be back at the. I'm sorry.
What?
Pride is over.
Oh, I have to.
We don't care about the gays anymore.
Eliminate those
Listen,
folks.
it hasn't been Black History Month for several months. We don't
Right.
care about the blacks anymore. Hasn't been Women's
That's
History
not
Month
true.
for several
That's
months. We
not
don't
true.
care about the women anymore. You only get your designated month.
Well,
Autism people, Lyme people, 1 month.
Fantastic old dudes like myself. Hookah Bob is here, waiting patiently, and Tracy, the OG. is here.
OG. Well, see, you're supposed to read.
Happy
with
Monday.
Happy Monday, peeps. Hookah Bob says, I'm here waiting patiently. Hookah Bob, we appreciate you. We're glad you're here early.
I'm glad you're
We're
patient.
glad you're here in general. We're glad we got to see you this weekend. We'll
We
get into
did.
that. We'll get into that. Trace OG Lesby has watched, I don't know.
She's been slacking
She's
with
been
these
slacking.
She's like, you know that
She's
meme of
slacking.
the guy and the girlfriend, and then he's looking at the new girl.
Yeah.
We
She
were the girlfriend. The nieces were the
She's
new
good.
girl.
That's
See what I'm saying? Like,
that sounds creepy. One.
it doesn't sound creepy.
He doesn't mean to sound creepy.
It doesn't.
It
It is
sounds that
creepy.
way. It's just
It is creepy.
He's just being creepy. The bottom line is
You're a meme.
we understand that sometimes you have better things to do, but it doesn't mean we're not going to cry about it. And Trace says, hi, Hookah Bob. Just goes to show here at Marital Hate, we do a live interactive podcast. These guys have heard this a million times, but we do a live interactive podcast Monday through Friday.
I'm Doug.
I'm Stacy. We're married and we do not
hate each other.
sometimes not right now. That's
Right
the key
now.
point. Not right now. Tracy says, laughing my ass off. I'm back in full force. You are my better things to do. Aww.
Oh, can I use that? That's a good line for a song. You are my better thing to do. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use it.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, Tracy missed Barbara York's memo.
Oh, that's
Where
right.
she informed
It's a
the world that this podcast is a waste of precious
time. Signing out.
Anyway, nobody should watch it. And she says, okay, the weed's kicking in.
Yes,
And although I haven't had any of the lovely treats that I got from Hookah Bob yet, I'm just high enough that I read that wrong.
What did
Actually,
you think it said?
Something about eating tacos, which in Tracy's case, I never know if it's a euphemism or lesbian activity, but we can't talk about
A euphemism would be the lesbian activity. A non-euphemism would be the food.
I said I can't tell if it's a euphemism for lesbian activity,
Or
a food, or for
Right,
euphemism for lesbian.
I thought you said it. I thought you said. I didn't know if it was
I know
a
what
euphemism
euphemism
or
means.
a lesbian activity.
A euphemism for a lesbian activity.
For. Look who else we have.
Cindy's back. Look at that. She's got something pride looking. Although I think it's just a
That's
a blanket she
she's
crocheted
just a goddamn hippie.
because we're not celebrating the gays anymore. You're 1 month, then it's over for you.
You're over.
I want to celebrate
11 months of dryness.
for those of you. For the 3 idiots in the world watching this podcast that are like, oh my gosh, I'm making fun of it. It's stupid. We should love and appreciate everyone every day for exactly who the fuck they are. By the way, if you're watching this, I appreciate you for who the fuck you are. I love you.
appreciates me, but only on certain months.
Exactly. And by the way, if you're not watching this, I also love you, but I just love these people more. Maybe tune in Monday through Friday.
Tune it.
8
baby.
p.m. Eastern time. Sometimes we're in the pool because it feels like it's 104 fucking degrees out.
It's hot.
Literally, I'm not making this up. I'm not being like, oh, it feels like 104. I ask the Google and she tells me it feels like it's 104 outside. Bitch, get in the pool. She doesn't actually say.
The pool is crazy hot.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to check the temperature for you.
Where's
This
the
is the
temp
thing
thing?
about if you do not live in Southwest Florida, the thing that you do not know or may not know is that when you go in the water, it feels the same temperature as your body. Kind of like you're swimming in pee.
In
It
human,
feels like you're swimming in pee.
human feces.
And the funny thing is, last week, we did swim in human pee.
Well, we swam in human soup, is what we did.
A person died.
Yeah,
We were in the water.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, we shouldn't joke about
Good.
that. Let's
not
not joke.
funny.
That's not. No,
No,
we're
I'm not
we're not
joking
joking about it. but
I'm
we
not
were out
joking
there.
about it. Like that actually happened. Like we swim. Like that's obviously, I'm more concerned about the first responders and the family and the person that lost their life than I am about myself. But it has kind of creeped me out that we were like in the water with.
Well,
dead body.
at any moment there are thousands of corpses in the ocean. People get buried at sea.
Let's go to the beach tomorrow, everyone. Why do you think there's thousands?
It's like a known fact.
Yeah, but don't sharks and whales eat them up? Because they recovered the persons, which I'm glad for, right? But I don't know where they found them or what condition. And obviously, there's this respect for the family, right? Yeah. You don't want to but then at the same time, you have this morbid curiosity. I'm like, how close was I? Like, should I have found him?
I didn't have that worry. I mean,
no, but do you know what I mean? Like,
if the 1800 Coast Guard boats, planes, frogmen.
Yeah, okay, but I want you to just take a moment. I'm not finding just take a moment to think about our life.
Yes.
And the things that happened to me.
It would happen. It would happen. Yeah.
It would be like, oh, Stacy went to pick up a clam and look, it's a foot. Like, that's the kind of shit that happens in my fucking life because it's crazy. So my prayers go out to the family. It was someone local. Just terrible, terrible situation. But I mean, honestly, like, just kind of weird to be like, ugh. And like, when we got there, they were doing the search and we went in the water. Like, we're assholes.
Yeah, we kind of are.
But like, I was just like, because when I talked to the cop, he was like, they didn't even know if there was a third person.
Right. They did not know.
He was like, were you here when it happened? Was there a third person? I'm like, I just got here. I just wanted to know if it's like safe to go on the water. And like, then I found that like, I figured they were just being overly that's herein lies the problem.
Well, yeah, we did not know that there was a person.
The cop told me that he didn't know. Yeah, they didn't know if there was another person. 1, 2, we've had so many situations where there has been like a massive response for no fucking reason. When we lived in Scituate, there was a guy who was not armed in the woods behind the police station. They shut down every fucking school in town. And of course the kids seem to have one dramatic reaction to it or another. They either think it's hilarious and they make jokes about it. Thank you, my children. And then they, and their friends, or they have they're super panicky about it. And so of course, when something like that happens, kids are calling their parents hysterical.
Right. Yeah.
And of course my daughter was told to hide under her desk. She was under her desk for 3 hours. Are you kidding me? Yeah, that's not harmful to a kid with panic attacks or anything. It was so stupid. Anyway, we have comments. So prayers to the family. Sorry we did it, but mildly creeped out about swimming with a dead body. But now that I know that there's billions, I'm only super creeped out.
Yeah, well, I think
why aren't we having movies about zombies of the ocean?
Ocean zombies.
I don't know. Anyway, we have so many comments.
So you can start down, I think.
Oh, no, we're way up here. Tracy said hi. Tracy said hi to peeps and Hookah Bob. Tracy said, Hookah Bob, you can use it always. So did you remember what she gave you that you already forgot?
Yeah, no.
Well, you should probably write it down.
No, I won't.
Hookah Bob saying hi to Tracy, and Cindy's here saying hey. Just goes to show, once you've become part of the master haters, you know, the people that come and comment every night, you have friends.
Yeah, you never get out.
Yep.
It's like the mob.
One of us.
What's up, mob people?
We accept you. One of us. They're not mob people. They're master haters. There is also the Bills Mafia. We are in the Mafia. Well, Doug is, and I'm like a friend of, what is it? A known associate? No. I'm a known associate.
A known?
Bills, can you please make Bills Mafia known associate t-shirts for me?
Sure.
I need one.
Yeah. Okay.
And then Tracy says, nice blankie, Cindy. Yeah, girl, if you need anything crocheted, hit my girl up.
Crochet and Cindy.
She does that shit on the side. Make some cash. Got bills to pay. And she needs cheap parts. She said, pride never ends. LOL.
She said what she was going to say.
Tell that to the country. And Tracy says, epidural is not doing shit now that the lidocaine is wearing off. I'm sorry. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I didn't.
I'm so sorry. I don't see Facebook because all I ever do
is work on the podcast.
I'm sorry. So I'm sorry that that's not doing what it's supposed to do. I don't like that. I have a bunch of candy you can have. Maybe that would help. And then Tracy, Cindy says, I told you I was going to say it every single time. LOL. And well, can you say every single time that pride should be every day? Because that's my point. That's my point. I'm not trying to pick a fight or anything. I'm just saying, the reason I say it is I'm trying to make the point of it's ridiculous that it's 1 month. We should be we should love the gays, the LGBTs and the Qs and the LNMPs every day. And we shouldn't just have Black History Month 1 month a year. It should be every day. We shouldn't just have Women's History Month once a year. It should be every day. We shouldn't have Mother's Day once a year, every day. Father's Day. How about Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day for us is Bush League. We didn't do shit for our anniversary.
We didn't.
What should we do?
Yeah, let's reschedule that. Can we reschedule that? Friendship for everyone.
My birthday's this week. I
Yeah.
don't think we're doing anything for
We
that.
should do something. Let's do
What?
something. I don't know. Swim with dead people. I don't know.
We did that.
Oh, we did that. We're gonna come up with some other
Oh, God,
adventure.
hell. All right, let's get caught up in these comments before we say something insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And Cindy says it really does feel like 104 still. Yeah, that's what
Are you back, Cindy? Are you?
Cindy said, yeah,
back
she's
already?
been back.
Oh, she
Yeah.
is. Okay.
Last night. And Hookah Bob says, what do you call the people that don't like marital hate? I don't call them.
Jerk bag.
I just don't call them, but I want to see what you have to say. And then Cindy says, might be going there tomorrow.
Oh,
Here? Because we might go to the beach tomorrow.
No, that's what I think she's talking about. The beach.
Oh,
Yeah, we might be going.
And Tracy said, facts, dead people in the water all the time. Most are not recovered, sink after the gases are expelled. I'm very gassy, so I might float around for a little while. And Cindy says, I'm kind of curious where they found him. Right? Like, but also like I feel bad that I want to know, but like let's be like we keep it real here. Like it's very real that people would be curious about that kind of thing. And it doesn't make you a bad person unless you're like, I don't give a shit about like obviously we do. The fact that you feel like a bad person for feeling that way, that's like the thing that makes you a good person.
But then you do it
so
anyway.
You have a normal
that's the part that makes
I'm
you
not,
a bad person.
I mean, I'm not like calling hear me out. If I met someone and they were like a party to it, I would be like, do you know, like, I'm like, I hate to ask. I would want to know. But like, it's like curiosity killed the cat. Like,
I was hoping we'd get off this topic because
I know
I don't want to
I'm trying, but it came up again. Leave me alone.
All right.
Tracy says, I'm sorry he passed in the water. Yeah, I'm hoping it was quick. But I don't think it was. Cindy says they were, here's the thing, Doug didn't want to talk about me, buzz through it as quickly as I can. They were swimming in Blind Pass, not Turner, all connected though, but Blind Pass current is terrible. I had to pull friend's kid out the current last time I was on the beach. Yeah, no, it's a rough spot. I always stay on this side, but I do go out as far as the sandbar. I think they went from the other side over, and I just don't think that's a good idea. Like the water's running there. The fishermen are out. It's probably too fast to be swimming on that side, in my opinion. And then Cindy says, thanks. It's actually a scarf I designed for Yarn Shop. I made a scarf once. And Jen Corey's here. She says, hey guys, hey girl.
What's up, Jen Corey?
Jen Corey is a big Jackbox player when we play.
She's good too.
We played twice last week, and we also have a new Jackbox game we've been playing, but it's like, I don't think we could do it online, but we could like play it with you guys like individually.
It's unbelievably fun.
If anybody wants to play, we'll just do it like on a Tuesday or on a Saturday or whatever. We'll just message you and play with you because you guys support the podcast night after night. We owe it to you. We don't have any money to give you or any organs. Well, do you want some organs? I'll give you some organs.
I'll give you an organ. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
Can I just tell you, he tried to give me an organ right before the podcast. I'm sitting here and I was like trying to fish something out of my teeth.
She was doing that. And so I just go like that. So she was doing the...
So, but that's the difference between... And he's like, like it's my dick.
I don't sound like that.
It's exactly what you sound like.
That's not what I sound
so, but then I was like, dude, if like the right way to do it is to jump off your flamingo and whip your dick out and smack me in the face with it, which is why it's a good thing you're the man and not me, because I would do that.
I would not stand for that kind of treatment. I don't want some dick slapping in my face. All right.
I was just gonna flip him over.
I don't want to. I'll come back.
He'll eventually come back, but we can talk about him while he's gone. Okay, so Kristen's here. She says, I have a headache. Just spent 5 minutes watching before I realized I wasn't watching the live episode. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. Well,
she was just watching a picture.
Just a picture.
It was like
of us.
It wasn't even an old episode.
And Tracy says, pride should be every day. Awareness is everything every day, right? But like, I'm proud of you every day and I'm aware of you every day. And I just want to make that abundantly clear. And if you're like in the world and you can't be like kind and compassionate to people every fucking day, you got way bigger problems than the gays and the LGBT and the Qs. And if you don't like anybody, really, if you don't like, if you don't like people, like I get like being like, okay, this person is negative and I don't want to be near them. That's fine. But if you're going to be mean to people or if you're like going to hold hate, like I feel bad for you. That sucks. Although I have some people that can get under my skin.
It's a phrase that I don't like. I don't like the phrase, but I hear it all the time now is they're living rent free in your head. It's dumb. But that's exactly what that would be.
Let's do a little commercial, shall we?
Is it 105 where you are? Real feel? Have a smoothie.
This is
made with real ingredients.
So if you guys want a coupon, let me know, because I have the coupon code for free smoothies. The mint cacao smoothie from Daily Harvest. It comes with all the ingredients, and you keep it in your freezer, and you just top it off with the milk of choice, dump it in the blender,
Mint cacao.
zoop, dump it back in. This tastes just like a mint chocolate chip
Mint
shake.
cacao. Feel the refreshment and the nourishment.
Tastes just like a mint chocolate chip. Just tastes just like a mint chocolate chip shake. Organic bananas, organic spinach, water. I don't know why they need to add water.
Refreshing water.
Cacao nibs. Cashew butter.
Nibs.
Cruella powder, which is really good for you. Vanilla bean powder and organic peppermint oil.
Oh, peppermint oil for that minty refreshness. I just don't know that it's the I had the apple cinnamon. I threw some almond butter in there for a little protein.
Is it good?
I don't think I finished it, but it was good. Yeah.
I don't love the apple cinnamon.
I don't either, but we got 50 million of them for some reason.
No, we could just give them away to people. Jen Corey says those are awesome, girl. They are. You know what? They're just really great for when you need something healthy. What's happens to us a lot is we'll do stuff like we'll eat like lunch, or like we'll be doing stuff all day, and then we, between the podcast and like just being running around all the time, we end up just needing something quick, and it's a great dinner. And sometimes for breakfast if you're on your way out, but I need protein in the morning, whereas at night I'm okay.
Yeah, you definitely need
I need like at least 30 grams of protein in the morning, or I'm a mess. And that's a lot.
All right.
So Trace loves nibs. Okay.
Nibs.
Not to be confused with. So are nibs a thing outside of Massachusetts?
I think so.
So alcoholics in Massachusetts will have nips. Like they'll buy nips, or they'll have them in their
nip
bag,
bottles,
and you'll see them on the side.
I mean, they sell them here, but I don't know if they're called
But
nips.
like at home, like people will go crazy for those.
Oh my God! Every stop sign in Scituate, there was like
thrown on the ground,
Fireball, whatever.
Because you're drunk. I had gotten you nips for your Christmas. Nips are great for Christmas stockings and Easter baskets for adults. I had gotten you some nips for like various like Christmas stocking, whatever. And like that's all he drinks in a year is like the 4 nips.
The coconut rum I like.
Yeah,
I'll drink that straight out the bottle. The rum chata one that I got was another one that I liked. But I have a lot of vodka ones, like flavored vodka ones. I can't just slurp those down. I can't do it.
Well, have them with the rest of us. I will tell you that we have been known to take. We're not drinkers, by the way, so this makes it sound like drinkers, but we're not. We've been known to take one of those to the movies and dump it right in a slushie.
Oh yes, the Malibu Coke slushie is a delight.
It's not.
I'm sitting there smelling like the beach.
Charlie and I went to the movies once to see Amityville Horror with Ryan Reynolds, and I brought in like a little bottle of peppermint schnapps. Stupid. Oh, it's just one of those things you're gonna sneak drinking in the movies just once. Like everybody has to do it. I also like to sneak in a full meal from the Cheesecake Factory. And also one time I took a basin of
cheese balls
and giant, my shirt.
Giant, like pregnant. 5-gallon pail of cheese balls that you find at
Doug, she needs a protein shake, LOL. But Stacy, you gotta wait till he wakes up, LOL. No protein shake while he's sleeping.
That was way too early on Father's Day there. That was not good.
Well, you missed out.
I did miss out.
Truth be told, he probably would have gotten one or several, but he's been kind of a dick. Last week, the kids were here. They're little cock blockers. They're not little cock blockers anymore. They're great big cock blockers.
29-year-old cock blockers.
And then Tracy says, same coconut rum right out of the bottle was my drink of choice when I drank. Doug likes coconut rum with root beer.
You put that in a root beer. That is ridiculously tasty. Really good.
Okay, so our weekend was
Saturday.
We woke up.
Yep. We played the Jackbox game.
This Jackbox game that we love. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
With the Jackbox game.
I found out that my song is being played on a radio station. Two more stations. Well, the first one was a radio station in England, so I was really psyched about that. And then I found out it was on another one, and then we're going to be on a countdown show on Friday at 3:00.
So we need you guys Friday at 3:00. Tell your friends.
You have to vote as soon as they play it.
We need to ramp up that audience now.
Yeah, we're going to do it. I
thought we were doing that starting yesterday.
I needed to make some announcements yesterday. Oh, and I was added to the indie summer list, the hits or whatever, from another radio station, Cantor something. I sent out a picture about it today, but I can, if you guys are interested in checking them out, it's in there.
Yeah, definitely check out. Listen, if you can listen, like I like the same music that I've been listening to for like 30 years, but hearing a lot of this new indie local music has been really inspiring. Some of it sucks, not gonna lie, some of it sucks, but some of it's really, really good. There's a couple of bands. The Dead Ataris has some songs that I like.
Yeah, and that Rocks Revolt song is badass.
But my favorite local band right now is Rhythm Inya. Although Vern Diesel and the Burning Breeze,
yeah, we went to see them
great last night. They were absolutely great. But there was something about Rhythm Inya's vibe that I was just like really digging.
It was different, yeah.
And I liked Vern Diesel, and they were super nice. The fucking bassist is the funniest thing. I can't wait to tell you about that.
I could pictures of
that. I like that. But for some reason, I just like the energy more. And it could have been because I had like a little old lady like practically giving me a lap dance. Let me tell you a story. Our good friend Hookah Bob, love him, right? How do you not love him?
He's here tonight.
Yeah, Hookah Bob. And wait, we have some comments. Cindy says, I prefer Crown and Apple and Sprite. And she says, what? That's fucking awesome. Congrats. And she says, things are happening for you, Doug. Whoop, whoop.
And Tracy says that her all-time favorite horror movie is Amityville Horror with Ryan Reynolds.
Where did I miss that? Did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
There
well, girl, you sure you're a lesbian? He's got his shirt off at a very good scene in that movie. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well.
But I do want to pull up real quick just so everybody has it. Maybe we could all do this as a group right now.
Let's do it as a group.
Is to text over to 239-314-4104. That's 239-314-4104. And ask them to play Doug. Ask them to play Doug Gear. Oh, I thought I was typing that in, but
get on that.
I was not typing that in. So ask them to play Doug Gear. Ask them to play Smiles Like the Sun. Unless you don't like it, and then in which case, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
it's a really good song.
I don't know anybody that hasn't enjoyed that song. From all the people that I've sent.
You could also email them at.
You can email them, text them, whatever. But I think I mean you guys made a huge difference last week because I went up a spot and that was pretty.
Yeah,
awesome.
He's up to number 6.
I just want to break the top 5 at this point. Let's break the top 5, and then we're gonna we'll set sights on
number one. No, number 1.
Really?
We're going to number 1.
Right,
we're going to number 1. Don't sell yourself short.
I'm good.
Actually, I want to talk about that. I have a fucking bone to pick with you.
Okay. All right. Well, let me show you. All right. So yesterday, our the Vin Diesel in the Breeze, Nico was there. Nico was there. What did I say?
Back up.
Vin Diesel?
Yeah.
Vern Diesel.
It's Vern Diesel.
Diesel.
So Hookah Bob, friend of ours, friend to the show. We love him. He's been on the show. You guys have seen him before. Most of you are friends with him. And if you're not already, by the way, join the chat over on Facebook, over on YouTube. You can join the conversation with the Master Haters. These people are amazing. The most non-judgmental, encouraging, hilarious, thoughtful, kind, brilliant people you will ever meet in your fucking life. And they'll be your friend.
What?
They'll be your friend. Okay. You don't think they're that smart?
I'm kidding.
Some of them. Anyway, God, I had a conversation with one today who I think lost his fucking mind. That's beside the point. Go ahead. So, Hookah Bob knows these guys. He's seen them many, many times.
She's like, you got to go see him. And it was right up here in Matlacha. It wasn't too far from here. It was far for Bob, but we made him drive. So anyways, this band he liked. And so the bass player, Nico, goes, wait till you see Nico. He just smiles the whole time. We love
Nico.
And actually the whole band, they were so nice.
They were all great.
But I wanted to give you kind of a look into what Nico does during the entire show. So let's get this up here and look at just watch the smile. Here it comes. Yeah, smile, playing the bass, smile, playing the bass, smile and playing the bass. That's Nico right there. Yeah.
He doesn't look like that the rest of the time. He just, when he starts playing,
he's just normal. And then like he starts smiling, like the teeth come out.
And they were doing some like things like maneuvers, like some ZZ Top stuff. It was really cute. But the music was really good, like good old Southern rock. They did, of course, they were performing at Maselli's in Cape Coral.
So they had to do a good chunk of
They were performing at Maselli's in Matlacha. Matlacha is where the Pine Island Bridge was that was destroyed and brought back in 3 days. Yeah. But it's it's a great spot right on the water. You can pull your boat right up.
Yep.
And there's enough fans that it wasn't that bad. We were in the shade.
It was hot, but it was okay.
The crab cake. Yeah. And I'm so limited in what I can eat. It's an Italian restaurant with fried fish. These
I was worried that you were going to eat that crab cake and have another problem because they would have put like that seasoning on it or something.
Yeah, no, I was fine with the crab cake, so that's good to know. But yeah, and of course, we now have a running joke that it was Nico's birthday and it is Nico's birthday. So we're saying happy birthday, Nico, at every show. So Hookah Bob and I have vowed to treat it like it's Nico's birthday. I'm going to bring a cake and balloons every time we go.
I followed the page on Facebook today, and there was a picture of Nico, and I almost just wrote "Happy Birthday, Nico" like on every picture that had Nico.
Yeah. Oh my God, we totally have to do that. And Cindy says, "I love Maselli's. So tasty. Stuffed flounder is my fave."
I'll stuff your flounder.
I cannot eat that because it has gluten.
Oh wait, that's not bad.
And Trace says, "Hey, Court."
And look at
Court's here. Oh, yeah, how did I see that? I texted the number.
Nice.
Like 10
Missouri
times today.
Missouri strong for Dougie.
Thank you, girl. The other thing they go by. Okay, so this is where it gets crazy. And okay, so it's it's like 2-part how it's crazy.
It's 3-part.
5-part. It's just about it's
8 parts now.
And we still haven't even finished. We haven't finished our story about the band.
We'll get back.
So we got to meet Hookah Bob and Mystery Person, and that is unspoken of on the internet.
We don't speak.
But we were there. We're sitting there, and we moved. Hookah Bob was smart and said, "Let's move over here, so we're not going to get blasted
right in front of Nico too."
So right in front, we had a great spot. And then there was this cute little lady with like these. I mean, she was this tiny.
She was probably 80 pounds.
80 pounds, soaking wet,
covered in leather,
like leggings and a tank top and like leather and big fake tits. But she was dancing and she kept looking at me and smiling.
Like, I think she wanted me to get up there with her, and I was like,
it was just a little creepy. It was just, I want her to have
she had a great time.
But she was having a great time. She was doing her little dance and she was taking her selfies, but she was so in my space. I was
she was right there. So you had to move over. We did move over.
And I moved over to the other side just to give the people who wanted to dance room, because they probably shouldn't have those 2 tables there.
Probably not, no.
But it gave the people room to dance, and they had a blast. But it was just funny because I was like, you're making me feel uncomfortable.
Well, the funny thing was she was dancing, right? And she had like a tank top on, and when she put her arms back, her whole back like turned into like a Shar-Pei, like wrinkly dog. It was so many wrinkles. Because she's out here in the sun
but she was, like having a good time, living her best life. And you know what? Our skin, both of us, look at us right now.
We're all peeling
from last week.
Peeling.
Bad girl.
Peeling in pink.
Bad girl.
So
we're gonna be leathery one day too.
Bob says Doug almost got a lap dance. Yeah, that's true. I almost got several lap dances.
Doug did almost get a lap dance. Well, the only lap dance you really wanted was from Hookah Bob.
No, I don't want it.
And Hookah Bob sends us home. Dude, like, you don't have to give us things to be our friend. But if you do want to give us things, we would like a house, some season tickets to Disney World, a nice RV, a private chef. Yeah, no. So Hookah Bob gave you these retro speakers that you're super excited about.
Yeah, I gotta find a spot for them. Like, there's no room in this house, so I gotta figure out something.
Yeah, that whole story. Hookah Bob, I love you. I'm like, Doug, why?
I hate to go see something like that just get tossed. They're perfectly good.
I understand that, but he could have given them to somebody else.
He didn't know anybody else.
That's true. Marketplace. So we have these speakers, and then Hookah Bob gave us some candy, and now I have more than I know what to do with. Cindy, please come over and take it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then we have comments.
Because I have to answer.
They're saying hi, and then I hope that'll be me when I'm 80. She's living life and staying active. Love it. Yeah, absolutely. But I just I don't want anyone that close. I don't even want him that close to me. Like, you can put his penis inside, but we keep a barrier. We use a sheet with a hole in it.
Not what you said last night.
Last night we both said,
yeah.
And we didn't even.
But you did, have me come over and have a little touching.
Cindy, Tracy says, did you get more solar recovery? Do I need to send you some? It's on it should be here like right now. They couldn't get it here till the 9th, so tomorrow it'll be here, but we still had some. It just happened to peel. And Hookah Bob says, I am cleaning out stuff. Yeah. Yes. So I didn't realize that his house was furnished when he got there, and then he moved down with all of this stuff. So yeah, that's
wait till he finds the tiger in the cage out back.
That will be something. If anybody's gonna have a tiger out back and rock it out, it's gonna be Hookah Bob. Do you know that motherfucker carves pumpkins with a chainsaw?
I did not know that, Bob.
He's pretty cool.
Look at that.
And Matt's here and he says, finally made it. Looked for y'all, had fun at the party thing. Yeah, we had a blast. It was to see Vern Diesel and the Burning Breeze.
The Burning Bush.
You're Burning Bush. And we were just talking about Nico, and Hookah Bob was so right about it. Hookah Bob's never steered us wrong. And it was super nice to see him and meet a mystery person. And also to meet the band was nice, and we talked to some nice people at the restaurant.
It was a good day out. It was excellent.
And it was like the first, so we didn't do anything for our anniversary, and the kids went home. We had steak for dinner. Oh my god, now I would eat steak so hard right now. And then Sunday,
eat it so hard. That sounded nasty.
We worked all freaking day, and then went met up with Hookah Bob, came back, worked some more, and fell asleep. I fell asleep with my lenses and even.
Did you?
I just scraped them out this morning. It was gross. Okay, we have comments. Right
after Matthew, I think. Is it?
Hookah Bob said, I'm cleaning. Tracy said, I don't want to live till 80. No, thank you. Girl, neither of us want to live even right now. So we're a terrible example.
I think you guys need a better attitude. Thank you.
We need more drugs.
Oh.
And Matthew says, finally made it look like y'all had fun. The party thing, we already covered that. I need to get off that. I'm going to out to Sanibel tomorrow.
Just to get some of the
solar recovery.
Yeah.
I
Ours
have to find some.
Delivered today.
No, the 9th. It's coming on the 9th. Okay, so she said she needs to get some of that. I'm going to Sanibel tomorrow. I have to find some. Order. They also have a hair one. Don't mix them up. They look very similar. Yeah, I did that once. I don't know if they sell it on Sanibel anywhere. That shit is fucking magic. I haven't seen it at Wings, but you would think like one of the
Sanibel shop you think would have it.
Maybe, I don't know, but I only have a little bit left, and I'm probably gonna need it tomorrow.
Gold.
And Journey with Jen, Jen's faves is back. She says, "Hey, you too. Hey, girl."
Is it Jen or Jess? I think it's Jen.
No, this is Jen.
The other
we
one's
also
Jess.
have Jess. Yeah. I think Jess is on a cruise right now.
Yeah, she is.
And Cindy says, and it's funny because Jess is on a cruise. Jen just got back from her cruise.
Yes, you do, Cindy.
Yes. I do need to come over and get some candy, please do. And Cindy says, agreed, but I'm going to live to be 80. I hope I'm active and happy.
That's right.
I would like to be active and happy now. I'm happy, but I'm not necessarily active. Randall, where have you been?
Randall!
We missed you. We worry about you.
Randy.
Can you please stop saying crazy things on the internet that make me worry?
Yeah, Randall.
I love you.
She's like a mom.
I'm glad you're here. And I am a mom. I worry about all of you people. I actually reached out to Platty. Where's fucking Platty? Reached out to Platty. Y'all, if somebody's not here, like I always try to remember to reach out, but sometimes I forget and we've had a lot going on. But if you notice that somebody hasn't been here, let us know or reach out to them yourself because, we're a little family here. We're almost like juggalos. Whoop, whoop. But we haven't been showing each other our butthole, but I do have a picture for you tonight.
She's a picture. Yeah, I have a couple.
Do you want to see a butthole picture?
Nah, well, you have more comments.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read the comments and then I'll show you the butthole.
Comments.
Tracy says, I will go tame the lion in Hookah Bob's backyard. That sounds like a sexual euphemism. You realize that, right?
Lion in
How would a lesbian tame the lion in Hookah Bob's backyard?
Well, probably one of those fidget.
Oh, because you got a great big pussy in his backyard, a ferocious pussy. And if anybody could tame a ferocious pussy,
yeah, she's been taming them since.
Oh, lesbian of the last 30 some odd years. She could help. And although Tracy says, "Hey, Randall," and she says, "Yes, more drugs, please."
Oh, I guarantee that Hookah Bob would drive up there with a little something.
Of course he would.
Up to Tyvek Heights.
I have so much I can... Stop calling it Tyvek Heights.
Tyvek Heights!
No, it needs a new name. It needs a new name every night. It's the fun. Everybody looks forward to it. Give it
WD-40 Georgia. How's that?
WD-40 Georgia. I have so much. And then Tracy says tomorrow's the 9th. And then Jen says I'll be going again on another cruise in 16 days.
You're going to get napped by a pirate.
Whoa.
That's what you're going to do. You spend too much time in the water.
I'm so afraid of cruises.
Nah, I don't want to go.
By the way, we just kicked in. I'm probably going to be chatty.
Uh-oh.
I'm terrified of cruises. Can we scooch just a little this way so I can sit instead of having to keep standing up? Thank you.
Hello.
Look, we can be like snuggly.
Oh, hello.
Okay. Commentos. Oh geez, everybody's Yeah, more drugs. When we say drugs, most of us are talking about medical marijuana, but if other people choose to partake in other things, I'm not your fucking mother. Do what you want. And I can't believe how many fucking cruises Jen goes. Just cruises give me the fucking heebie-jeebies. I think they're creepy. There's too many people in too small of a pool. You're trapped. It goes underwater.
Some of them have go-kart tracks.
You're stuck with people.
I don't know.
I just don't like it. It scares me. But I've seen some. There's a TikTok about gay cruises right now. Yeah. And they were talking about gay cruises being everything that you expect them to be. And I don't want to go on a cruise, but I would go on a gay cruise. If I was going to go on a cruise, it would be a gay cruise.
Why do and maybe this is, it's not racist, but whatever, but I would think the gay male cruise would be more fun than the lesbian cruise. I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think
I think the lesbians are a little bit more reserved.
But here's the thing. I don't want... Gays come to your house, gay men come to your house, they're going to tell you what you need to do to redecorate. And I'm going to feel sad. But if I have a nice lesbian come over, she's going to like fix things for me.
Yeah, well, that's not.
And she'll take on home projects for me. So bad. But on a cruise, like I feel like the lesbian's going to want to talk about my feelings, and the gay guy is going to want to get really fucked up and dance and act a fool.
And wear spectacular
I'm stereotyping
outfits.
You people. That's what I'm doing.
We really are.
Everyone.
We don't know.
Really.
Well, we do have a council on the gays.
Here's the bottom line. Whether your friend is gay or straight or whatever color, religion, whatever they are, you love them for who they are. And sometimes I want to party and be ridiculous. And sometimes I want to have a serious conversation. And the thing is that we all have a myriad of different people in our lives for different reasons. And like Doug. Whew,
yeah. What reason am I here for?
When I have questions about the olden days, you're able to answer them.
Back when it was black and white television, you had to turn the knob.
You are helpful when I drop something.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're helpful when I want a snack, but not always.
Well, sometimes but you come up with the snack.
I'm still upset about that thing last week.
I'll take care of it.
Really? When
the banana's ripen enough to eat. I'll make you a nice banana.
The neighborhood children ate 3 bananas today. They're ripe enough to eat. 3 children have tested them.
Bananas after this podcast. Oh yeah.
You are bananas after this podcast. So we have so many things. See, I should have left it on and I totally forgot. Tomorrow is the 9th. That is correct. I'll be going on another. Jesus Christ. Cindy says, yes, Randall. Yeah, no Randall. Crazy stuff because these people care about you. Says, I'm just done and miserable.
That sounds pretty crazy, Randall.
Stop that.
What did Cindy say? Cindy said no crazy stuff.
No.
So knock it off.
Do not be done and miserable. Focus
We're here for
on
fun.
Meditation.
Make your day fun.
Positivity. Your goals. Your home. The food that you eat. Exercise. The kittens. The land. You have so
things
many
that Randall needs to pay attention to.
I
thought it was like the pyramid.
If you are feeling like you need to talk, I'm going to be very baked, but I will find a way to help you as best I can, or talk to you or listen. And of course, there's a tremendous amount of resources out there. And I know people in the Master Hater community love you and want to support you.
What if Manatee, you attach a jet engine to a Manatee, and then it was like really fast, Randall? What like that's?
Oh, that's what I would say to him. Yeah, if you call me after the podcast, that's exactly what I would say. But I'll probably be half asleep because I'm not in a good place right now. I just yeah. So here's the thing. We have to take that seriously. So please, like,
Randall, we love you.
We love you. Take care of yourself. Take care of your needs. The fact that you're struggling it weighs on me because I feel responsible, for you as a fellow human being on this planet. And I care about you. I've taken time to talk to you previously, and of course I will do that in the future if I can. But like we can't just stay in this like place of limbo, and we need to know you're okay. And so we'll figure it out.
If you read his next comment, we know why he needs a little extra love and support.
So. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So Jen said, I know my regulars and I miss them when I don't see them around. I think she's talking about customers. Randall says, hey to Tracy. We need an AI image of the lion taming. Oh, that would be fun. I might be able to do that. We're getting to the Randall comment, which I think is really important. I haven't gotten there yet, though. I feed the lion caramels.
Special caramels that make the lion sleepy.
Okay.
And cowardly.
Love Shack, Georgia. That is not today. Sure. It's WD-40.
It's WD-40.
Maybe European pirates this time for Jen because she's going to the EU. Rand says 5 days, and this is my baby girl's birth and death date. She'll be 21 this year, and I got only 15 minutes with her before she died. Wow.
Yeah. That's pretty heavy, Randall.
That's a lot.
That's a heavy burden.
So I know that you have some friends through the podcast that have also lost children. Those would be good people to talk to. I haven't experienced that. Thank God. So I don't really know what to say other than I'm so sorry. That's just absolutely terrible. It should never happen to anyone. I'm so heartbroken for you. And also, what would your daughter want for you?
Yeah, she wants you to be happy.
What would she want for you? She would want you to be happy. So maybe do something to remember her in a positive way, or what could have been in a positive way. Do some planting, maybe. I don't know. Whatever.
Plant a tree.
Whatever makes you happy. I don't know how to tell you how to deal with that one, because
yeah, that one's a tough one, Randall.
But I just want you to know we love you.
We got you.
Yeah, I would bake you a cake if I could bake, and if you didn't live 5 hours away. And then not that a cake is gonna fix that.
Cake's not gonna fix that. Not even two
Sorry,
cakes.
Your child died. Here's a cake. Yeah. Like, that's just not gonna cut it.
With a couple scratch tickets.
Oh, well, a couple scratches might
fix it.
I
might do it if you get $1 million.
Have a bunch of money. And get
even that won't fix it.
Tracy says, I do. Yeah, there's nothing. There's literally nothing that will fix that one.
Well, wait, now that we're talking about lesbians fixing things, maybe a lesbian fixes that.
I do fix things.
Fix that.
I don't think a lesbian can fix that, but
nope.
She does fix things, and I appreciate that about you. I would like you to be well, you do. She does drive an F-150, so she does.
You could load some stuff up there and go to the WD-40 dump.
I'm just saying, if you were like slightly more butch and you had a lot of money, I would leave this motherfucker. Becky would be like,
what if she wasn't? No, hang on a second. You think she's going to leave her one true love of her life for this train wreck right here?
Hear me out.
Literally, because that's the strain of marijuana you take.
Hear me out.
Train wreck.
I don't think she would leave Becky. Becky is amazing, which would mean I would have to kill Becky.
And then you both.
The problem with killing Becky is Tracy has studied forensics extensively. Yeah. So if I want to kill Becky, I have to be very good at it.
Why does anybody have to die in this scenario? It just sounds so wrong.
Hear me out. I just like these new lesbians. Yeah. I really like them. It's like the new models of cars come out. Everybody gets all excited. Oh, the new iPhone. Yeah. Oh, the new Tesla.
But they're OG lesbians.
I like the new lesbians.
Yeah, but she's not even a new lesbian. She's OG lesbian. So she has like lesbian traits from like the early 90s.
But there's nothing wrong with lesbian traits from the early 90s. I just particularly dig.
They're all going to Lilith Fair.
Thirst trap lesbians on TikTok are hot as fuck. They're all fixing things. The men do these videos and they're like,
to KD Lang.
I'm half naked and dancing. Yeah. Oh. And I'm like, the lesbians are there building shit. The lesbians are doing it better. The lesbians are better at marketing their dicks than you are, boys. Take a lesson. A lesbian isn't going to send you a dick pic. But she is going to, show up in her Subaru and help you connect your speakers. Way hotter. Just saying.
I was going on a tirade about lesbian things from the early 90s.
Yes, lesbian things from
Subaru
the early
Forester. Like the old school one that was square. KD Lang, listen, KD Lang.
Oh, KD Lang. Lilith Fair. Lilith Fair.
Melissa Etheridge.
Everybody thought I was a lesbian in high school.
Really? Why is that? Because you were licking puss?
I did not lick puss in high school.
Okay. Well, that's probably the first thing. That's first giveaway right there. So anyway, like early 90s things, yeah. Wearing a lot of denim, things of that nature back in the 90s.
Wearing a lot of denim.
Like the chambray shirt. That would be another.
I think everybody wore chambray shirts.
They kind of did.
The problem with the 90s is there were all these unfortunate soccer moms that were getting that little bowl cut.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
And it wasn't good. I mean, maybe the ladies with the bowl cut got confused with lesbians. I'm really not sure, but the bowl cut was just unfortunate. Like, I started telling that story thinking like, oh, maybe they got confused, but I'm just telling you that haircut was just bad.
Well, that'll turn any lady lesbian onto dudes.
No, you guys have worse hair. Straight men have bad hair. You won't let me change your hair the way I want to change it. So there you have it. Y'all, is it time for Doug to get a makeover? And if so, what haircut should we give him? And oh my God, can we please do that?
A makeover.
No, but I have it. I have an idea. Okay, so we have.
I do fix things was one of the last things.
And Hookah Bob said, "Hey Matthew," and then of course Tracy said, "I'm so sorry you ever had to experience this." To Randall, and Jen says, "I'm so sorry for your loss," and Randall says, "I love you all too." See, that's what you come here for. So if you're over on Twitter, I'm glad you're here. But go over if you're on Twitter or even Instagram. Instagram is the worst for us. Come on over to YouTube or Facebook. Follow us on all the socials. We'll follow you back. That's the kind of people we are. Our socials are there. We follow back. And come to the live, make friends, because these people are absolutely amazing and they're going to support you during even your most darkest times. Randall says, "Furry tacos helps my thoughts and other places too." Yes, exactly. Your late child would be like, "I wish my dad would get some furry tacos tonight." Actually, yes, she would. She would be 21. Yeah. She would totally be in favor of that. So you know what, Randall?
Like, Randall, whatever kind you like.
Rock out with your
landing strip. Maybe,
whatever you want.
Whatever you need. Nicely grown.
And Tracy is laughing her ass off. Good, because I hope people know we're fucking kidding. It's a comedy podcast. We think we're funny. And Randall says, "I am a lesbian," which is thank you for telling us.
Right. Well, you're a month late because you would have got special parking spot last month.
This month we don't want to hear it. It's over. Sorry, you should have come out last month. You had the last, you had 30 days. Tracy says, "LLC, the lesbian landscaping company, is great." Oh my God, that commercial was so funny. If you guys haven't seen it, just on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
The lesbian landscaping company. Fantastic. Oh my God, it's so funny. And Randall says, "I don't want to beat it. I just want to eat it." I gotta tell you, after Doug eats me out, I want the dick. What? What?
Graphic there, don't you think? There.
Okay, the video that is currently trending. We have a video that has been blowing up a little bit on TikTok. Not a little bit, but like, I don't know. I'll check the follows in a second.
It's gonna.
I just don't want to lose my comment. Tracy says, "I was a bit goth in the 90s.
I've seen pictures.
And she says that bowl cut was terrible. Miserable. And then Killing 15 Minutes True Crime Podcast says Mohawk.
Oh, wants me to have Mohawk.
If y'all haven't followed Killing 15 Minutes True Crime Podcast quickie, please do. I was going to listen today, but then I was going to take a nap. I never got my nap. I never finished working. One of these days.
It's a nightmare.
One of these days. It seems like it would be weird to drive around with the Jeep at the top and the doors off, listening to a true crime podcast for 15 minutes. I feel like that'd be weird. Tracy said, "Doug would look good in a fade." That's what I wanted to do.
I want to get the kid and play thing that goes up.
I wanted to give him a nice fade on the sides with a pompadour on the top. That's what I think would be great. And then Matt says, Matthew, very important. Hookah Bob calls Matt Matthew. I call him Matt. And sometimes you call Cornelius, which is eventually going to get shortened to Corny.
Matthew.
Hookah Bob's accent's the cutest thing. He says, "Hey buddy, I miss you during the safety meeting, and right after being told I need to try to be nicer, I told everyone Jeremy walked up on me while running the excavator and how fucking stupid it was." I don't know what any of that means, but it sounds like a good time
for those guys.
Oh my God, Dallas has wanted to plug their product. While Dr. Zerpu may be a delight, I don't really know. I don't really appreciate you just coming on and trying to use my podcast to plug your fucking nonsense. Yeah, now, if you came to the podcast,
sponsor us. That's another conversation.
Sponsor, maybe we could talk about that. But I will tell you that the people that are here night after night that support the podcast, we support them and their businesses. By the way, did anybody follow Journey with Jen's Faves today? Have you followed Hookah Bob on TikTok? Who else wants to be followed? Tell the people, and it will be done. TikTok has a lesbian landscaping company. It's everywhere now. I've seen it on all three because I'm on them all day long. Matthew said, "Nearly smashed him with a bucket. Scared me." Oh, don't smash him with a bucket.
Maybe he needs to be less jumpy and take some of that medicine that Hookah Bob had.
Hookah Bob sent him some candy. And Hookah Bob says, "Guess you guys didn't have much to talk about in the safety meeting since I'm gone." Hookah Bob has retired.
Super Bob. Hookah Bob had to Matthew had to bail him out of some situations.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's what I've heard. That's all I know.
I would like to hang out with them together. I think that would be a blast. Hookah Bob's a blast. Matt seems like he'd be a blast. It'd be cool. Jen says, I found you on YouTube. Just subscribed. Hey, girl, thank you so much. We'll follow you back.
Look, that's going to put us over the top.
So Jen's Faves is not only on Facebook. It's also she's also on YouTube. We follow her. You should follow her too. And Matthew said Justin had hurt feelings all week that I was talked to about it.
You guys need to get a room.
Get a room.
Yeah.
Tracy says, I think you should try it, Doug. It is hair, and if you don't like it, it grows back. He doesn't like it when I take it short on the sides. It looks so much better.
A lantern Frankenstein head.
It looks better. Now, Hookah Bob says, now everybody knows I'm the subject of all the safety meetings. Literally, everyone in the world. And, Jen says, that is rude to plug without permission.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, if you want to plug something every night, I don't care, because you come. If you come to the pod, then it's our podcast, but it's our podcast, right? Like, first and foremost, let's be serious. First and foremost, it's my podcast. I do most of the work. Secondly, it's Doug's podcast. And then it's everyone else's. Master haters, of course, first. So it's whatever you want it to be. And Randall says, hey, Hookah, love you, bro. And Journey with Jen's Faves, I spread out, LOL.
Spread them wings, baby.
Girl, me too. Okay, so speaking of spreading out.
Uh-oh.
I have a video currently trending on TikTok. I think I might be able to pull it up. Hang on. Oh, I would have to send it to
plane going over.
Just give me a second. Well, tell the people something while I pull this up.
Well, I was going to pull up but you're going to need my computer.
Yeah, to put that for a minute.
I wanted to show. What happened to our thing? Oh, here's our StreamYard. Okay. I want to show a thing that happened in the Home Depot parking lot today on Cape Coral.
Have you hit 100K? No. I'm excited for you guys. Oh, Holly's here and my aunt was here. We have definitely not hit 100K.
To the idiot that left their paint in the parking lot of Lowe's.
Oh, yeah.
To the outstanding citizen in the white SUV that ran over it.
The guy
so it exploded onto my truck. Then got out, checked your own vehicle, and left. And as seen on the camera, I hope somebody throws a dead catfish in the car when it's about 100 degrees outside. You really ruined the remainder of my weekend. Special thanks to a Lowe's employee who helped me get the majority of this off. And look, you can see the can there. The fact I didn't actually know. I saw this, and I'm like, I'm going to read this in podcast. I didn't know the guy that ran over it looked at his own car.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
And then he just fucking left it there. But the Lowe's guy helped him, which is the silver lining there. So let's talk about the Lowe's guy. Actually, I just got a message from my aunt. This is super sweet. And hey, Joe, but she was there. Holly, our niece.
Now they're gone.
Our niece Holly and my aunt Cheryl, who do not even know each other, totally opposite ends of the spectrum.
Holly
family.
Pregnant.
Holly is done knocked up.
She's gonna have baby.
And my aunt is my aunt, so she's Holly's like in her 30s, and my aunt is my aunt. She's older than me by a couple of weeks. I'm 29 and she's 29 and a half. It's not true. It's different than that.
She's something.
She's older than me.
All right, so are you gonna read her thing? Or are you gonna read the thing, or are you gonna play?
She said, I read this and thought of you. You attract damaged people because your energy is authentically rare. She's not calling you a damaged person. She's calling everyone that watches this podcast a damaged person. That's right.
She's
Aunt
not
Cheryl.
Welcome here.
Aunt Cheryl, not to be confused with Uncle Polly, says, I attract damaged people. She's not wrong. And because your energy is authentically rare, but very healing, people end up coming back because they want more access to it. That's why you must value
access to all that.
That's why you must value your time and your energy immensely. She's so right. Stop being the jumper cables to people who have the energy of a dead battery. They will literally drain you.
Which gives me a good idea
right.
for Dead Battery Doug.
Oh my God, I will kick you in the balls.
My name is Dead Battery Doug.
So I wanted to put the TikTok too. We get to comments.
Are you pulling up the thing, or are you reading comments?
I'm trying to find the comment that I'm at now.
Okay. Oh no, that's awful. Right after 100K.
Oh no, that's awful. Yeah, it is awful that we haven't hit 100K yet. And Jen says,
talking about the truck, but whatever.
I know, but I really want to hit 100K. And she says, very, very late, long day. Anne's here, guys. Anne is one of the original Master Haters. She was actually our very first guest on the podcast. And I'm sorry that you had a long day. I hope we can turn around for you. By the way, how was everybody's weekend? How is everyone?
Yeah, how was everybody?
I'm glad you guys weren't around. What have you been up to? Tell us in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about the news. And Tracy says, I am okay with being damaged and unhinged. That's kind of the best kind of person. I think it's interesting. And Jen says, well, that is nice. Oh, yeah, I thought it was awful. And Anne says, hey, guys. And, of course, Tracy says hi, Anne. Everybody
says hi, hello, everybody.
It's like an AA meeting.
Talk about your security meeting.
Hookah Bob, we're getting to the security meeting. Hookah Bob says, holy crap, I have a video posted earlier today. It has 2,500 views.
Nice.
Good job, Hookah Bob.
Now we need those 2,500 people.
TikTok. Yay!
To call in for my record.
That's true. Hookah Bob, I will share that video if you want. I always try to share the ones that you tag us in, and then yeah. What was I looking for?
You were looking for the new video.
Okay, so the video I posted that I'm about to send to myself. It's not that high. It only has 1,600. 1,600.
1,600. Now it's not Hookah Bob area, but
listen, don't complain. No.
We'll get to the butthole. Okay.
The butthole is coming up. I will not forget the butthole. There it is.
You have to go to the middle window, right?
Oh, because you have your setup totally different. It's this one.
We have to do the security check-in on that.
I don't even know. Oh, you guys watching me do this? I'm way too high to do it. Well, okay, so apparently I can't do that, and I don't like how this is set up, but the video is basically me talking about somebody had commented, some guy who came to the podcast one night who Doug thought was a scammer or like something fucked up. Like Doug was all upset about these people coming on. I don't know why. But the guy was making some comments that were pretty funny. And one of the things that he talked about was how aliens don't come here because we breastfeed adults and we eat ass. And so I had made a comment to the gist of I've only done it once, and fuckhead over here.
Didn't ask for it.
It goes.
I go, that wasn't me.
It was, in fact, him, but that video now has like 1,300 plays. We have some other, the braless video's got a bunch of hits. The one about Cape Coral's got a bunch of hits. So
we have one for tomorrow that might anger a few people.
We're gonna get run out of town. I basically told everybody to get fucked. So there you go. Matthew says, I have 4 little boys in the house. All I do is fix stuff and work at work and then at home. That sounds reasonable. I did a live on Sunday in a root canal today. Oh, oof, girl, I'm sorry.
Hope you're okay.
And Hookah Bob says, go ahead. I don't know what they're going ahead, but we'll do it. Wait, what about the butthole? Okay, the butthole. You guys, if you've ever watched this podcast before, you know that I talk about how my butthole looks like. Anyone?
A bundt cake.
That's right, Doug. You get a sticker.
I get a bundt cake.
You can have a bundt cake.
And
so,
people, this is an actual bundt cake, because if it's not a bundt cake, it's really gross. But since it is a bundt cake, it's not. It's just a bundt cake.
It's a strawberry and cream Jello satin bundt cake pan. Just saying, that's exactly what my butthole looks like, if anybody was wondering. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's probably.
What's your butthole look like?
It's probably somewhere in between those two colors, like that red and pink. And sometimes maybe it's a little bit more red than other days. I don't know. But there was a guy who commented on our page today, and he swears by Dr. Pepper to help you poop.
Interesting.
So whatever that means. And we have
Tracy just won the night for the comments.
Whoop! There it is.
No. It's the one at the bottom.
Yes, we are watching you. I'm getting there. Matthew, I hate root canals. The next one I'm getting pulled and replaced with an implant. Doug has implants.
I have an implant.
Jen says, I do need to get going for the shift tomorrow morning, but I'll catch the replay in the AM. Love you guys. Have a good night, everyone.
We'll try to be funny for your morning entertainment.
Thanks, girl. We'll try to entertain you for the morning. And Tracy says, cute. And then she says, cute. And delicious.
I thought calling someone's butthole cute was hysterical.
You just called that cute and delicious.
It's not a butthole.
That is the problem with this podcast right there, is that people
that looks like
watch
a pretty tight bundt cake right there. Because usually the bundt cake pan is got like that big pole in the middle. And that's not much of a pole.
We do this podcast 5 nights a week. And this is the kind of shit you get 5 nights a week. Me showing you what I think my butthole looks like, and my friends making comments about how it looks cute and delicious.
We should have a contest. Send something in that looks like your butthole. So then send
We're
a picture
still
of your
waiting
butthole
for Courtney to
thing.
send the flamingo, but she's not here. My aunt reacted, but I'm doing a podcast. Okay, so Tracy's cute and delicious, and there are 90 people watching. Thank you to the 90 people watching. Have you been here before? Put in the comments. We want to know. We want to know about you.
Facebook.
Follow us on all the socials.
Join in on the comments.
If you're in Facebook and YouTube. So honestly, I think everybody should follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
I think everybody should. Yeah.
Twitter, okay. But Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, because Facebook has all of our content on it. It's the place where we post the most, because you can put video and just notes, quick things or whatever. YouTube has our lives nightly, and we use YouTube for when we do game night, which is Friday nights. We play Jackbox. It's so much fun. We have such a blast. And the best way to do it is to be on YouTube, because you can minimize the window and play the game at the same time. We'll teach you. 2 devices works too, but YouTube. And then, of course, TikTok, because we have stuff on TikTok that doesn't come on here. As a matter of fact, we're going to start having more and more TikTok stuff. But we can't do the live on TikTok.
We're a little racy for them.
Because I'm dirty.
We're a little racy.
We're getting, yeah. I was telling a story. Oh my God. I was telling a story quoting my black friend and something my black friend said, but it wasn't like the N-word or anything like that. I just quoted what he said, and TikTok shut us down. I'm like, okay. And the bear on the great outdoors, LOL.
That's what his butthole looks like.
Oh, I've never seen the bear on the great outdoors or your butthole, but if you would like to enlighten me, I would appreciate it. So Amber Rose is trending.
I don't know who that is.
So she was I think she was involved with, did I just have lightning? Or is it the flashing off the screen?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, what is that?
What is what? That's your butthole.
I don't want to share that anymore. Okay. So Amber Rose, I think she was involved with some Kardashian person. She was an American model, rapper, and television personality. She starred in a music video for Young Yeezy's single Put On, which featured Kanye West. I am not familiar with any of that. I know who Kanye West is.
I know what a Yeezy is.
It's a shoe.
It looks like a pump, feels like a sneaker.
Okay.
Does anybody remember? Nobody remembers that ad.
So apparently, I thought she was involved. Did she date someone?
She looks like if you crossed Pink with Barbie. That's what she looks like.
She has a child with Wiz Khalifa.
Oh.
And Alexander A.E. Edwards. I have no idea who that is. And then she is now dating Cher.
Not the actual Cher.
Edwards is dating Cher.
Oh.
Who's Edwards? I don't know.
A.E. Edwards.
So, okay. So there you go.
Whoever that is.
So Amber Rose has apparently appeared in a video with somebody named Forgiato Blow. And the reason I thought this was interesting was because there are a lot of people in the Black community that are particularly well-known rappers that have come out supporting Trump. And I just thought that this was interesting.
November 5th, we going crazy. November 5th, we going crazy. Red pill poppin', swerving in the Trump truck. Republican 4G.
Now, whether you choose to, however you choose to vote, I just thought it was interesting. And I think it's again, I don't think it's wise for a musician to share their politics. I think that's just going to cause you fucking problems. But if you want to stand up for your beliefs, great. But I think it's really interesting to see a shift where, well, not really even so much a shift though, because if you think about it, like we've talked about how, Public Enemy and NWA and Ice-T and of course Ice Cube, but like all of these artists talked about social injustice.
Yes.
And
that was
a shift in how to deal with it.
Not before, but nobody was talking, like mainstream entertainment did not talk about those types of issues.
So I'm younger than you, right?
Yeah,
so
yes.
I'm significantly younger than I was born in 76. Happy birthday to me next week. Everybody, my birthday's Saturday. You can send us presents. Send me presents.
Well, not us.
Send me a vacation to Disney World for my birthday. I want to go so bad. 4 days. That's all I need. 4 days,
4 days in the hole.
But I get the Florida discount. So if you give me like $4,000, I should be fine.
$4,000.
So anyway, what was I going to say?
You were talking about social issues and the bands. And
so
you're younger
I
than me.
never grew up during a time where racial issues were not on the table.
Oh, they were always on the table.
No, but like for me, it was it was a little different. Gen X, right? So of course, if you're older, you're younger, like you may have had a different experience. But for me, growing up, I grew up in the inner city. Mm-hmm. I was at my grandparents' a lot, my mom's as well, and there were Black kids and there were white kids, but we were all poor. It was the city, like people didn't have money, and growing up, like we were breakdancing. Like we were out with our cardboard. Like we like genuinely, like our whole generation wanted to be Black. Like we loved Black culture. We wanted to be a part of it.
Right.
And of course that's something that continues in my life to this day. Although I live like the whitest life on the fucking planet.
She's married to me for
but race was always an issue. Like we always like it was so ingrained that but like it was funny because I think that they overshot. So there was so much like ingraining that we're all the same and that we're all special and unique for who we are. And then they kind of overshot that. And it's gone awry in the world, I think, a little bit. Like it's like, like you're only special if there's something different about you. And, we have to treat you this way. You have to feel that way or whatever. I think everybody is entitled to their own feelings and their own experience, and they're all valid. So that's just
I was going to go on a tirade about how, like, throughout the history of music and how certain acts would become political or whatever. But the Beatles did it with Revolution. That was pretty political for the day.
Well, I would even say like
Chairman Mao in the song, or
as much as I think she's lost her ever loving fucking mind, Madonna is at the point in her career where she can come out and say how she feels about issues. Like meaning if you have had a career in an industry,
right,
and you don't run the risk of alien. Like, what does Madonna give a shit if people stop listening to her at this point? She has more money than God.
Right. Well, yeah.
It probably pisses her off that she doesn't have more money than Taylor Swift, but that's the whole.
No, it could be.
Sorry.
Still working on that pneumonia. I think you had pneumonia. This is my thing.
I don't know.
But yeah, there's there were like it sort of crept in and like but the beauty of that little sweet spot is when like punk came around, and then the Clash became was a very political band. They didn't like give you the answers, but they said think for yourself, fight corruption, fight the system, and question everything. And there was something beautiful in that. And then when the punk and the reggae thing like came together, also kind of the Clash was at the forefront of that. Then the races started mixing again, like just much like in Memphis.
Tell me about musically.
Yeah, musically in Memphis, the Booker T and the MGs, half of them were white, half of them black. Those guys went in the studio; they didn't see color. And much to like in the punk thing, they did the Rock Against Racism rally with the Clash, Tom Robinson, who was openly gay back in the day, which wasn't an okay thing in the late 70s. So it and then that influenced the bands like Public Enemy, who cite the Clash as their one of their main influences. And then of course then you get to like an NWA who are like really addressing the problems of the day in South Central, and it kind of took off from there. But you're from a time where everybody just embraced you know, African American.
Well, I mean,
I'm
from like, okay, so like I graduated high school in '94, so it like it was like that was when the phrase wigga was termed, because it was white kids that wanted to be black, and it was like it was a whole thing. Like Spike Lee was at the height of his career.
And he was making, and those were political movies, about racism.
And so we were just we just were like, we wanted to be a part of the black kids were the cool kids, and we wanted to be the cool kids. And you know, we couldn't change the color of our skin, but we really loved the things that were coming out of black culture. We loved hip hop. Living Color was out.
Yeah, well, that was the beauty, because
Living Single, Martin, like all that shit was out that back then. That was all the stuff that everybody was into. So it was never like,
and it was, you know, it was beautiful because and then on the mainstream, dare I say, Cosby Show was number one, right? And you're showing a black doctor and his lawyer wife, which I think it was, which was kind of like a first for, you know, for an all black sitcom, except for stuff that kind of played into racial stereotypes, kind of like the Sanford and Son and Jefferson's, things like that.
So here's the thing, like for me, like I feel like
we just got kind of heavy with this.
No, but I feel like, you know, people have a right to express their art however they want to express their art, right? Be it that they, you know, Sanford and Son is not something I would want to be a part of.
Hysterical, however.
Okay, but I wouldn't want to have been a part of it if it were like presenting a negative image of the black community, if I'm a member of the black community during a time where it would have a negative impact. It's all about the impact that you have on society. Like, for example, we've been watching The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And there have been some women on that show, people on that show, that are not doing any favors to the black community. Like, it's just...
Or just the community in general. Let's just say people that. Doesn't matter what color they are.
But people at all. But they're like... But I think that, like, the thing that's terrible is that there's... So, like... If people know, like, the Housewives universe, they know that the people that they put on these shows are total fucking wrecks. Like, they're train wrecks and they amp up the drama, whatever. But I think because the Housewives franchise is so massive, like, everybody, like, it's like, it makes the mainstream news on a regular basis, right? And so, of course, it's got this massive audience. And then, of course, there's this one subset within it that's, you know, a black community. It's black women, and it gives white America, which is, you know, 70% of the country, or 65%, whatever it is. It gives them a glimpse into what they think black life is like. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if your example of that is fist fights at a baby shower, or dating a guy in prison, and like
true. Those are all things that happen on Real Housewives.
Having an extramarital affair with the stripper, like there's just all kinds of stuff on there, and it just isn't a good look, and it sucks because I don't feel like that's like not fair.
But it's funny to me.
That's not fair.
To me, and I could go into my history
because you never have to worry about negatively reflecting on white men.
They do a good job of that all on their own. But when I look at that, I don't like. I see that they're black women, but I don't like think it's a like. They're just people, right? They're just people, but they're obviously they have some issues.
Well, it's been a subject of different. It's been a subject of some conversation. To be honest with you, not for me. I mean, like on the internet, on the show.
But I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot to ask every black person to represent the black race in every moment of their life.
But here's the thing. So like, no, they don't. But I'm saying that like for me, I don't represent any specific group of people, but I represent me. And for me, it's really important that I have a positive impact on people. It's really important to me that I make people think. Like, I hope like people realize I'm joking most of the time.
I do like what you're representing right here.
There's a lot of
titty. Oh.
Real Housewife of Cape Coral.
Oh my goodness.
With some titties hanging out. So I'm saying that I feel I'm not even I don't represent. I mean, I'm a woman and I have a disability. So okay, there's those things. But
so you get a pass.
I think about no, I don't want to pass, and I don't get to say whatever I do. But you know, you might want to be careful about that, ladies and gentlemen. I have a story for you. So my thing is that I have a platform and people are watching and people are listening. And of course I know that like this is on the permanent record, right? So it could come later that it hurts someone's feelings or makes someone feel bad. Please know that that is never my intention. My intention is to bring people together. My intention is to make people laugh. My intention is to make people bring people together, make people think, and make the world a better place. And if I'm not doing that, please tell me.
My intention is to make break down the barrier of old white men. We're not so scary, and we're not all rich, and we don't all golf.
You mini golf?
I love mini golf. It's so much fun.
Yeah, we didn't mini golf while the boys were here because it was hot.
Oh, it was crazy hot. Crazy hot.
And when it feels like it's 106 degrees, I'm not going mini golf.
You don't want to do anything.
There was one night that it was like 79, but we had the podcast, so we could do it.
We did.
It just doesn't work that way. Are we up to comments? Oh,
I think we had
Hookah Bob says Doug Pepperidge Farms remembers.
It's pronounced Pepperidge Farm remembers.
What is that?
That was an ad for Pepperidge Farm in the 70s.
Randall says I'm eating scrambled eggs and 2 center cut pork chops for dinner. Can I ask you?
You know what you're gonna do? All right, can I just say he's gonna wake up at 1 o'clock because that's when your liver is gonna process all that protein and you're gonna wake up. I was told that by a nutritionist.
Depends on who you talk to. So a lot of middle-aged women who are waking up in the morning like super early are being told that they're not having enough protein.
Oh, well.
So it really depends on what's right for
Cindy
your body.
had an idea of how to rectify that in the morning.
What was that? Oh.
No.
She meant sexy time with your mouth.
She did with the mouth.
Sexy mouth time. Tracy says, I feel like you guys are moving backwards towards the positive.
We're moving towards the positive every day.
I like
That's what we try to do.
We're really trying, but like, you know what? We're human beings. We struggle, and like we're always trying to pull ourselves up. And like, I was really off between being sick and just like last week and yesterday I was off. Like, I'm just trying to get back to where I was. And like today I couldn't get through my engagement. We have our like annual or biannual house inspection
on Wednesday
for the rental company. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Stressed about that. Just like a lot of negative energy in the world. Like, there's so much fucking election bullshit already. Like, I'm gonna lose my mind by November, just so you know. I'm just only gonna talk to you about the things that we think are particularly ridiculous, because let's all I think that we can all agree that it's a shit show. It's a shit show. Can we all agree on that?
It was a shit show before. It'll remain a shit show, and there's nothing we can do about it.
So it's a shit show. And Anne says it was 100 degrees when I left work today with the heat index a little higher. Yeah, they told us the feel real was 104, so we're in the pool. Tracy said,
and that was at 6 at night or 6:30 at night, right?
Yeah.
7, yeah.
Tracy said I was told by the nutritionist to eat protein first, then fruits and vegetables, then anything else for every meal, but that may just be for weight loss in surgery patients. Actually, you should eat they've actually shown that it has a lower glycemic effect if you eat your vegetable, your protein, and then a starch. So I
like the starch.
I don't know. I don't know where she's getting that from, but it's
rice.
We actually talked about it. Yeah, Doug only wants to eat sugar is really what it comes down to.
It's so good.
But it's supposed to be that low carbohydrate vegetable protein and then carbohydrate. I don't normally do a carbohydrate if I can help it. So we do have. Are we up to date on the? Yeah, we're up to date on the comments. Okay.
I had another story. If I can
whip it up.
Whip it out. Whip it up or whip it out. I could do both. Well, I actually don't. I can just read it because it was. We don't like to have these things, but maybe if I get a picture of the guy, you'll know why. A Florida man was arrested when he tried to withdraw 1 cent from a bank, and he was charged with bank robbery. And here's his photo. And
ladies,
I didn't know that trying to withdraw
to your titties.
I didn't know that withdrawing 1 cent from a bank was considered bank robbery. But maybe I don't know. This dude looks a little.
Do you think that's my brother?
It could be your brother.
Wait, put it back up on the screen.
He's right there.
It
could be. Anyways, they ended up. We do that. All right. So he's on $5,000 bail for trying to withdraw 1 cent. Now, shouldn't the bail be 1 cent? Because all he was trying to do was rip them off by 1 cent. But he did not have
stupid.
He did not have
but I would
an account at that bank, and they thought that it was going to turn violent in some way. So they should call the cops.
Fucking ridiculous. At a $5,000. Are you kidding me? I would like you to take a photo of that and do a side-by-side of who wore it better, Stacy or 1 Cent Jail Guy.
The face?
That would be a good one. So we'll do that for tomorrow.
1 Cent Jail Guy. He's got a name. Like he's the new Hawk Tua girl.
Hawk Tua. Tracy says that is crazy. I'm actually glad you brought that up. Oh, Buy or Sell Michelle was briefly here and they left.
Oh, we like
so
her.
Right before the podcast.
Right before the podcast, you did what? What are you doing?
Right before I did the podcast, I coughed really hard.
Ooh.
And had like a Hawk Tua. There's only like a little bit left. It fell in the pool top. But do you want me to put it on your penis?
I really don't. No.
Why not?
Just wipe it on the towel over there because that's really gross. You're grossing me out. You're grossing me out.
You don't really want a Hawk
Who
Tua.
saves a Hawk Tua?
I saved it for the podcast. I can give you a new one. You want a Hawk Tua right now? Gross.
I'll come back eventually.
Sorry, I had to spit that out. I don't normally spit. I usually swallow. Now you know. And, Tracy says that is crazy. Okay, so apparently Whoopi Goldberg, I love her. What is wrong with this woman, y'all? she
debated with I'm
I
just
didn't eyebrows
because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't.
Why are you giving this woman any attention?
Together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and...
Apparently, she said she has poopy pants days too, but I'm sorry. I realize that there are people out there that think that Joe Biden is still fit for the presidency, but I am not one of... I didn't think he was ever fit for the presidency. I don't think he was ever fit to hold office. Man was openly homophobic, openly racist, a lot of awful things. That's my opinion. But I don't see how people can live in denial of the man's state of mind.
Well,
do you think that there's...
here's the thing, right? If we're run by some giant cabal, what the fuck difference does it make?
Maybe it doesn't. Yeah. But do you or do you not have concerns about the man's cognitive ability at this point in time? It has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with Trump. Do you have a question?
Cognitive, no. Physical, yes.
You haven't seen anything cognitive that makes you concerned about the president's fitness?
He's a fucking old dude. The hell.
If you're like,
do I wish the Dems had like some
if you are
young,
like that
fucking strapping lad to go up again? Yeah, it would be great.
But that's not the question. Do you believe that that man is fit to be president?
Sure.
Seriously, you really think that? You think that
I don't think he's
Joe Biden is currently fit to be president? You really believe that?
Put it this way.
I just need to know, yes or no. Do
I think he's fit to be? Sure.
You're seriously believe
he's been president for the last 4 years.
I'm not asking you. I'm
president right now.
I just need to know that you're. Do you believe that he is currently mentally fit to be president of the United States?
I do.
Well, I don't agree. Okay, back to the comments. Miami Vice is trending for some reason.
We have no idea why.
We don't know why, but I want to talk about that. We have some comments though. That was crazy. Randall says he hasn't been doing the job. Tracy says, I'm surprised that he has made it this far without dying. He is not cognitively okay at all. Tracy says, Stacey for president 2024. I'm okay with it. Let me just tell you my platform right now. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, Jesus.
Did you hear it? Anybody who wants to live in a small community, the government will help you build your community so that you have the resources that you need. You know how we'll fund that? Corporate taxes. It's not the worst idea.
Which is...
Yes? Why can't I have corporate taxes?
You can have corporate taxes.
Okay. Not done yet.
But the party that you have typically, or the side of...
Hang on a second.
Usually cut corporate taxes.
I have told you time and time again that I am me. Yes, I tend to look like a libertarian. I tend to vote conservatively, but I'm neither. I am neither. I do not believe in big government. I would like the power to be given back to the people. And why was it taken away? Because people are stupid. Because the
British went home.
Because people are fucking stupid and they're going to fucking fall for this division shit. But because, these small businesses can't compete with these corporations. Well, there are a lot of people out there that want nothing to do with these corporations. There's a lot of people out there that would like us. Listen, tell me if I'm wrong, but how many of you out there would like to have a return to small community living, to knowing your neighbors, to going to the local store, to going to like a local guy where you knew people, where like people came together and it wasn't all like all the time about what you need to have? Fuck that shit. All the best stuff is made by with love. And and I would legalize all the drugs, and I would say I don't care who you fuck, and I would replace the current tax structure with a consumption-based tax, and I would replace the current welfare system with low interest loans, and what else? Oh, I would stop funding wars. Don't give any money for war. Sorry, nothing for you. Nope. And that's pretty much it. And Hookah Bob says there's a video of Robert Kennedy catching a rattlesnake.
I saw that. I saw it.
You know what though? Can I tell you though? There are a lot of things I like about him, but they're showing literally every day a different video of him catching an animal. I'm sorry, it's fake. They are trucking in
fact
animals.
That he's working and there's a camera going,
and they just happen to follow.
Rattlesnake in the driveway.
Oh, let's go next door.
Yeah, that was dumb.
It's so fake. And honestly, as a creator, I am offended by shit that goes viral that is just like some idiot being like, oh, I banged my head. Oh, I banged my head. Because they're fake.
Right.
Like if somebody legit, okay, my friend Andrea, they had a video that had 25,000 hits because she was dancing and she was walking through the room and her granddaughter was dancing. She knocked the lamp and it broke everywhere. And so the granddaughter got a bunch of money for it, which is great. My friend, what was I saying? Oh, so a video like that, it was like that, that's funny. It goes viral. I'm fine with it. But it's when somebody makes something genuine. But when people make something fake or I'm so sick of fake videos. As a matter of fact, there was a hair salon that was doing one, and this woman said she had her dreadlocks for 9 years, and I'm like, that woman has not had those dreadlocks for 9 years. They look like brand new dreadlocks. They literally had to have installed them for the session. They were perfect. Bothered me. So it does seem like some of those Robert are because he's doing so many of these animal videos where they just happen to be there with a camera crew and the neighbor just happens to tell him there's a snake. How many neighbors does he have that need him to remove animals? So it's honestly, it's making him lose credibility with me. And Tracy says I'm all ears on your platform. See, there you go. And she says we have parliamentary government and it needs to be wiped clean and start from scratch. See, I think that the problem is not necessarily what we started with, but how it's been bastardized so many times. And the fact that we have laws that the average person can't read. A 5-year-old should be able to read whatever, a smart 5-year-old. Going up the street should be able to read our laws and know exactly what they mean.
That's okay. That's a really
but she was very smart. But she could read.
Oh, she was.
She was very, very smart. So I'm suggesting that if we need to be able to read that. I think, and I think that you shouldn't be able to make a career out of being a politician. And actually, maybe you shouldn't be able to be wealthy. Maybe there should be an income cap on being a politician in this country. What do you think about that?
Are you saying that nobody should be allowed to be wealthy?
I'm saying that if you're a public servant and you're representing the public and you become infinitely wealthy while you're holding public office, we have a fucking problem.
Nobody would go into public office then.
Yeah, but there actually are people that would. There are people that actually want to help other people.
No, there are, but
and they can't compete with those people because those people have family money or they have super PACs and all that shit.
That's very true.
And I'm saying that, I don't know, Hookah Bob, Hookah Bob would be good at being the governor of Florida.
He's the voice of reason.
Let's make Hookah Bob the governor of Florida, And I'm saying that he doesn't have a shitload of money, so he doesn't have the backing. But if we do away with super PACs and we say billionaires can't run for office, because what do you fucking know about what it's to be a person? Yeah. Like, why don't we have people that represent Americans in fucking office? We just don't. There's there'll be like one, and then they're like, okay, here's a bribe. And before you know it, they're being fucking... People are following the trades of congressmen and their family members online because they're making billions. Insider fucking trading, if you ask me. Okay, so we have a Trace. Anne says the turtle one would blow up. Doug, the turtle one is out there.
It's out there. Didn't do shit.
Hasn't blown up. And I think someone in the office should live off minimum wage for 1 year to see if they could make it work. Yeah, I mean, like, but herein lies the point, though. That like corporations are what have driven wages down so much, like, and made it so they basically, and like what's happening right now in the housing market, particularly here in Florida, is insane. BlackRock owns half the real estate in the country. I mean, it's not half, but they own this as investment properties rental, so they control the market. And they're making it impossible for people to own houses. So I know RFK does have a proposal whereas they wouldn't be allowed to buy and the Chinese wouldn't be allowed to buy, but I'm not, look it up. I'm paraphrasing like really badly. And so yeah, I don't know. I think that's what I think. Miami Vice is trending. The reason I wanted to share this, I don't know why Miami Vice is trending.
We don't know.
No idea. But I will say that I never watched that show. Did you ever watch that show?
I always watch that show. Oh, yeah.
I remember one episode that I saw as a kid and a woman was raped. And I was like,
Ooh.
I was like young. And I like watched the rape scene and I was like, oh, well, what is that? That's not good. That's not good. And that, yeah, that was pretty much it. Because I was a little young. I was born in 76. I would have been like, what, 7?
10. Yeah. Yeah. That was like 86, maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think I was old enough to watch Miami Vice. And you know how I am. When I watch a series, I have to watch every episode ever. Oh, we are almost done with Real Housewives.
There's a lot of smoking in that show, though. Everybody's smoking.
It gross. Honestly, somebody on television, I get like, oh, sorry if you're a smoker. It just grosses me out. It's my mom, my dad. Both my parents smoked.
My whole family.
I think my parents both smoke now. Legos is trending.
Show them that Lego.
I think this is an AI, but
yeah, it's definitely an AI.
I want one. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's a Lego fucking bong. I actually have a couple of really cool ice bongs. If anybody wants one, I have some giveaways. Does anybody want an ice bong? How many do I have sitting here? I have 2 ice bongs I can give away. I might even have 3. I have 2, at least 2 I can give away. I gave one to
Jose the Cable Guy.
And okay, so back to...
Wait, are we going to get him in trouble? Is that enough to
I don't think enough people watch this podcast to get him in trouble, but you'd have to know what cable company we have. How many fucking Jose's do you think there are at our cable company? A lot. I know like 4 Jose's and I never leave the house.
Jose's?
Yeah. Jose the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Jose the Mail Guy.
Okay.
Jose the fucking lawn fertilizer guy.
Yeah.
And Jose the lawn guy. 4 fucking Jose's.
Yeah.
I never leave the house. So 2 are hashtags back to normal. Because it's just Doug and I, no company. I think we're realizing that it's too much to have guests on. Like you can only have 2 people on camera at a time. If you want to have a guest, bring somebody on, swap them out, whatever.
You have conversations
Peanut gallery
among the people.
It gets too crazy.
And the comments. So it's like kind of like they're the guests.
Well, 2 things happen. One thing is that you lose the attention, right? Like there's too much going on. It's already too chaotic to begin with. But then the 2 people in the background, if they're not interacting, it's weird. It's hard, and if they're like staring at their phones, it's weird. So it's like off camera, 2 people max at all times. So we're going to have to figure out if we're going to ever have another guest again.
We don't know.
And by the way, there's 101 of you little Dalmatians watching
What's up,
tonight.
Dalmatians?
What's going on?
Come on over.
So it's live. Welcome to Maryland. I'm Stacy. Doug. We're married. We don't hate each other.
Join.
Follow us on the socials. We'll follow you back. We do this live interactive podcast Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Exhausting.
It is exhausting.
As I float around in the pool.
I'm usually baked because I have a chronic illness and I am a medical marijuana user. And my husband here, I've taken Cannabis Oil Straight. My husband here, Douglas, is a rock star in his own right. His song is currently number 6.
Number 6,
on the
baby.
countdown. And it is called Smiles Like the Sun. And you can check it out on YouTube, Spotify, and all the places where there is music. But the people that are here, you'll see in the comments, the master haters are people that come night after night, and they will be your friends. They're so nice to each other. They're so nice to us. They're like our reason for living. They're like smart and charming and funny and brilliant and thoughtful. And I just love them. I just love them. And here is Doug's website. And Anne says small bongs. No, they're
like water
like this big. They're big. And they're ice bongs. So you put ice in it so you don't get that hot in your head. It's cold. And then Anne says, awesome. I would be surprised if they didn't really make one. I know, right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And by the way, I still need to send you your earrings. Do you want one of those bongs? Because I have the Pride ones. Let me know. And I think that someone in office should live off minimum wage. We already covered that. Okay, back to the hashtags. So Moose Knuckle Monday is trending. I don't know why.
Moose Knuckle Monday.
I feel like I'm missing out on something. So did you participate, Doug?
In Moose Knuckle Monday? I didn't even know about it till just now.
Is that all?
Is it too late?
Monday? No, I don't think so. It's still Monday. If it's still Monday and it's Moose Knuckle Monday, this is what I don't understand. I thought a moose knuckle was when a dude got all...
I think it could be either.
Well, people are showing... I'm only seeing ladies.
There's one. There's a guy.
Aw, Moose Knuckle Monday. Show us your best moose knuckle, ladies and gentlemen. I love that shit.
That's an actual moose.
I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's us. That's us.
Hey.
So Moose Knuckle Monday is trending, but there's not... Oh, look at there's some nice moose knuckles for you, boys and girls. Oh, isn't that lovely? So now
happening there.
You know it's Moose Knuckle Monday. Celebrate. Perhaps gather your family around for a nice story of Moose Knuckle Mondays gone.
Knuckling.
What?
I forgot. There was a great story regarding the band yesterday about you that I meant to talk about when we were talking about the band.
Okay, tell them.
It was hot yesterday during the band, and so in between songs, my wife decided it would be helpful if she went up and put ice on the balls of the guitar player.
I did offer.
Well, you got out of your seat and went up there.
I did. I didn't actually put my hand down his pants. We told him about the podcast after they were horrified. I'm a ridiculous person. I really shouldn't be allowed out in public, really, is what it comes down to. It's also National Video Game Day.
I did not know that.
And by the way, we pissed off some people today.
About what?
Zelda. Because we said Zelda was boring.
The original Zelda was
and
boring.
People
I'll stick by that.
Told us to shut up, boomers.
It was a boring game then. Listen, I don't know what it is now.
He's Gen X.
Whatever.
Just barely Gen X. I am solidly Gen X.
But isn't, you know what?
What?
Interaction. Boom, boom. Chalk it up.
Yeah, thank you. I will laugh my way all to the way to the bank.
It's a short clip of me saying how boring Zelda was and that you had to walk in room, get key, walk out of room, get other key. And
it's stupid.
It's pretty funny.
It was funny, but it was stupid to get upset about it. Yeah. But I'll take the engagement and I will go all the way to the bank with my 22 cents. Just kidding. Well, if you give us stars on Facebook, we get money. If you give us roses on, what do you call it? We make money. I'm hoping somebody will get me a website set up so we can do like a Patreon. You guys can just like tip us if you think it's good or whatever.
What's your favorite video game on video games?
Oh, video games. I'm currently playing Burger Time. I like all of the Mario games. I used to love Mousetrap as a kid, which was on Atari.
I didn't know that they had Mousetrap.
I also like Typer Shark, where you would practice typing.
Oh. And
I liked all like the games that were like there were games where like you would do trivia or like I don't know, there were all these cool games I liked, but like on computers, like when AOL was like.
See, I started back at the arcade. I
know. Burger Time.
Cost me $0.25.
Burger Time.
Yeah.
My mom dated the manager of Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh.
So we got to go. I would play pole position all night long.
And so did your mom.
Yes, she did.
My favorite video game, I had a bunch of them, but there was a game back in the day. This company called Cinematronics. It was all vector, just the white lines. It was called Rip Off. 10 fuel cells in the middle of the screen. You're a ship and you're a little slower. The faster ships come and try and steal your little fuel pods and take them off screen. And when they're all off screen, you're done. It's called Rip Off. That was a great game. Star Castle was another one. Great. There was just so many great video games back in the day. As far as console games, Intellivision Baseball, Intellivision Frog Bog. There are so many good Intellivision games. And then when it came to Nintendo, Double Dash and Mario Kart, greatest games of all time.
Remind me of Double Dash. Is that the one that you'd use the pad and run?
No, Double Dash was Mario Kart, but they're two characters in your car, and you can switch them because they each have like some sort of magic device that they can use or magic power.
That sounds good.
It was so good. It was for a GameCube is where it came out.
Tracy says, I would rather someone who would use it. I like edibles or oils, but thank you for the offer, love. I can send you some edibles. If you ain't missing off at least one person a day, you need to, if you ain't pissing off one person a day, you need to up your game. Yeah. So wait
till tomorrow.
Right now, there's 101 people watching. It was up to 103. So we've pissed off at least 2 people.
That's right.
Our numbers do fluctuate. Mostly Twitter will fluctuate and Instagram will fluctuate. We had one night where we lost like 8 followers on Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We must have, I don't know what we did.
I know.
I like
exactly
anything on Atari, the original Mario, and Wii Bowling was great. Wii Bowling was definitely good.
I know. I like
that tennis games where you broke the wall, also good.
I like Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Guitar Hero was great.
So much fun. Yeah. I want. You know what I would? Okay, so this is what I would like. I would like to win the lottery and do a lot of nice things to help people. But I would also like to have like a campground and have like a main building and it had a room with like all of the toys ever.
Good. Yeah, all the good stuff. Yeah.
Like so you could be a kid or an adult and go in there and just fucking play.
Yeah. If
like all the craft supplies and all the music instruments and just like give everybody an opportunity to play.
That's a very good idea.
And have fun.
Correct. I would love to have like a room full of old arcade games and pinball machines.
Yeah, but could you imagine like if you had a community, right? So say you have a community and like, I don't know, 50 people live in it. 50 to 100 people live in it. Let's say I think, can you remember 100 people?
Remember 100 people?
Yeah, like if you met 100.
Yeah, I think you could. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So you have a community, let's say it's 100 people.
You'd know most of them.
And in the community, everybody has their own little space. Like everybody has the same amount of space per person. And and I'm talking about like building like a hippie community. Everybody has the same little space per person. So meaning like, those little tiny houses.
Yeah.
Like everybody has like a tiny house. It's theirs. You can have whatever space they want. Everybody has a bathroom. Everybody has a bedroom. If they want to have a sitting area or whatever they can. Every person has one. And then, maybe they all have their little fridge. It's like basically their own little personal space where they have all of their stuff. Every kid has one. Every mom has one. Every dad has one. And you can connect them. You can move them apart, whatever. And like those little Elon Musk houses.
Yeah.
Or there's one off Amazon right now that comes as a shipping container, basically widens out. Like that, if everybody had one of those and they could connect it to somebody else, is great. But then you have things like, okay, how many of us own lawnmowers? If you have a community with 100 people in it, you literally have one guy whose job is to maintain the lawn, or 2 guys whose job is to maintain the lawn. You have a community like that. You don't need 50 snow blowers. You need one guy with a plow. Like if you're working together as a small community, there's so much that you can do and you can have so much more enjoyment of your life.
So you're saying that in your community, you would have like a game room with all the old toys, games.
Yeah. No, especially. I would want to have like,
good. So I think about weekend, we had the boys here and we're playing this game and it was just it was a riot.
Yeah, but like think about, okay, so like one of our favorite things is to like hang out with people, right? So if you have a community, and by the way, I've been trying to convince everybody to do this forever. And if you want to have a hippie commune community, I'll be the cult leader. It'll be fun. I don't have to be the cult leader, but I keep saying I don't want to be the cult leader, and then people keep saying no, you should be the cult leader. So I will lead a cult on your land,
the town crier,
or whatever. Yeah, I'll do whatever. But if you had a community where people are like, hey, our like basic agreement is like, we want to connect with real people, whether they're like us or different, we're going to respect that. We're going to respect them and respect their autonomy.
Yeah.
And we're going to have like every single day, you have an opportunity to be around people if you want to go into any of the public areas.
Yeah. Otherwise.
Or you can hang out in your own area and you can invite people to your area if you want to. And there's always people around, and people always like people. These are people that genuinely want like to be around nice people. Because most people I know that are introverts are like, they're cool if you're a nice person. If you're a nice person, an introvert who likes you, you can't shut them the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's my friend Chuck. My friend Chuck's a perfect example of that. He's such an introvert. And then when we became friends, he just like, he'll talky all day. And I love that about him. But I think like if you had a setup where everybody had their own space and, you had a community garden, and when it was time for harvest, everybody came together to do the harvest. You crank some tunes and like everybody, like somebody was bringing snacks and you're all doing it together. And like, and it's people's choice. They choose to be a part of it. They choose.
I just came up with an idea.
One another.
I have a great idea.
Game night all the time, and music and art. And go what?
We get a grant from the government. Wait for it.
We're
going to make a documentary about this community and how it can work.
And how we started it from our fucked up podcast.
We started from this fucked up podcast with you people, and yeah, I think that's the way you do. That's the way you started. That's the way you do it. That's the case study for how it can actually be done across America.
That's what I want to do.
Cindy Bennett says she is back. Sorry, had a mom thing. Yeah, well, it happens. It happens.
You have to be a mom sometimes.
Haha. Well, that explains me well. Introvert, but you can't shut me up like you. Yeah, I think
I don't think people I can't deal with quiet. Like if it's quiet, I'm like freaking out. Like I'm like, what do you want to talk? Tell me about, and I'll just start telling stories because it makes me nervous. Like I feel like people are uncomfortable if it's quiet because I'm uncomfortable when it's quiet.
One of the hardest things I had a boss once, and we were on a conference call, and he like I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about this? This doesn't make like whatever. And the boss said like made the most ridiculous decision ever. Well, we're gonna do what we're gonna do, and like totally like kind of cut me off at the knees or whatever, and so everybody's waiting for me to respond. I didn't say anything. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do. I'm like, I'm not lowering myself to answer that with a response.
I had to do that recently with someone, and I did not respond at all. I just like deadpan, like
yeah.
Actually, I've probably done it more than once recently. I'm getting much better about it. Like I'm just stopping myself. Like I'm like, no, I'm not gonna respond to that.
That was tough for me because I just want to say, listen, idiot. No, but I didn't say that. I just didn't say anything. I'm like, fine, it's your fucking funeral.
Proud of you. Friendship for everyone.
Friendship for everyone.
That was pussy handshake though.
Well, that's what that shake is. Friendship for everyone.
No, because they go friendship for everyone.
Just one.
Friendship for everyone. But we were doing it like.
Oh yeah. I don't know why we're doing the lobster claw.
I don't know why.
I don't know why what.
Really nothing. I really don't know why anything, to be completely honest with you at this point in my life. So Big Boy is trending.
Big Boy.
They've been calling. He keep referring to President Biden as Big Boy, and all the networks are like turning on him, and it's
well, you know what?
What has been apparent to me seems to be becoming more and more apparent to America, or the narrative has shifted. But you don't agree with it.
I need to say something on this,
please.
And it's not controversial. It's just smart. Okay, we live in probably less than a 24-hour news cycle, right?
Yeah.
So Biden comes out, just flubs the debate. I don't know what the fuck happened, right? But the next day he came out, great speech, right? Like crazy good speech, like he was alive, right?
So do you know? Whatever. Are you familiar that with people who have dementia or
well, I don't want to get into that, but
hang on. But I just want to tell you that it's a very common thing, sundowners. So it's when like they'll go from they'll be completely fine to.
I mean, I'm no bargain after 9 o'clock.
No, I'm telling you though, they become like they can't function.
So here's my thing. So 24-hour news cycle. It's probably less than that now. All they needed to do was not talk about the Democrats, right? Don't talk about it. Everybody will forget the goddamn thing, and they'll just but no, they had to open their mouth. Oh, you got to replace them.
But they're still doing it. They're still doing
They're still doing it. They're a bunch of idiots.
And for 4 years, people have been saying that they're going to replace him at some point. I think a lot of people believe that they had planned on putting him in with Harris behind him and then moving Harris into his position. And because Harris was such a disaster.
Yeah.
Which
was a disappointment. I will say this though, and if
but you agree that, and I was getting ready to say,
I thought
if you believe Harris is a disaster, but you were like, yeah, that was a disaster.
I thought she had potential. She hasn't done anything worth note that I've seen, and maybe it's because I've sort of turned off the news or like kind of ignored that.
Well,
stuff.
That was actually when you and the boys were here. Like you guys were watching the news, and I'm like, are you really?
Well, we were just watching like the local Boston news is what we were watching. So
and
just to kind of like get an idea what was going on in Boston.
I understand that, but it's all fucking propaganda. People can't see that the fucking news is propaganda. So, they've got problems.
All right, so here's and it's the same with goddamn Trump. Don't air his stupid rants, his 2 a.m. rants or whatever. Like don't.
That's the thing.
You've been talking about it for a long time.
I've been saying it from the beginning. It's like if you like whatever. This is listen. This has nothing to do with politics. This is just energy. Whatever you think about, you bring into your life. True fucking story. My husband's song is on the countdown right now. My least favorite song in the entire world is on the countdown with it. It's driving me fucking crazy. I'm not going to think about that song anymore. I'm going to think about Smells Like the Sun and it going to number 1 and my husband going on tour and me being the bunny to his jelly roll. What? Are we getting an open marriage and I'm going to bang bitches because I will cut your dick off.
I got no time. I got no time. I got no time or energy for bitches.
Mine.
Cindy says, a little man just wanted mom time and watch. Aww. No, not going to watch that. Cindy says, I have a problem with not keeping my mouth shut. Cindy said, same. Hope all is good. So, I people just need to shut the hell up and just, I don't know. It's whatever.
People can suck sometimes.
All right. What else we got? We got to have something good.
Well, I don't have any other hashtags, but I did want to just, it's already fucking 9:52. We've been talking for a while. I did ask people if they, so of course tonight's cartoon was Julie won tickets to a haunted attraction. And I had said, like my vagina, which is occasionally a haunted attraction. There's a video about orangutan boobs where Doug sang it to Bawitaba. And Doug's song was on today. And of course, I asked people what they wanted to talk about on the podcast tonight. No one said shit.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, guys.
Thanks, folks.
And then, of course, we played FMK with the cast of The Bear. Of course, tonight we did the boys. Tomorrow night it will be the ladies.
Lady.
So many of you may know Jeremy Allen White from Shameless. He's also in The Bear. Oliver Platt. From everything.
He's great in everything.
Yep. And then Eben Bachrach, Eben Moss Bachrach is the guy who plays Richie. And I don't know what else he's been in, but I am curious as to which one you would like to marry, which one you would like to fuck, and which one you would like to kill.
I think I'm gonna kill the Shameless kid.
I said is it the character or the actor? If it's the character, I'm gonna fuck the Shameless kid because he cooks. I'm gonna marry the uncle because he's got money. We can hire him to cook, and I'm gonna kill Richie because he seems kind of depressed.
I'm doing the opposite.
But in real life, I marry Oliver Platt because Oliver Platt's so sweet. I fuck Richie because I have to kill Shameless because he reminds me of Zach.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead.
No, I think I'm
So who are you gonna marry?
I'm gonna marry Oliver Platt, I think, because he's been around for a while. He's got a lot of money. I kill Shameless dude, and I don't know, fuck the other guy. I don't know what his name is.
So I don't know what
the hell do I know.
Girls is. Is Girls the one? No, there was a show on HBO called Girls, which I have not watched.
Don't know what that is.
He is not. He was in The Punisher. No Hard Feelings, The Dropout, Interrogation, Tesla, Good Posture, The Big Take, Blow the Man Down, Interpol. I don't know really anything that he's Monsterland, Person of Interest. I have seen Monsterland.
While you're talking about that, and you said Tesla, I saw a little short video today where a Tesla truck raced a Corvette on an oval.
I bet the Tesla won.
It was a good race.
Tesla won?
Vet won by like a couple feet.
That's pretty crazy. He was in the Royal Tannenbaums. That's the only thing I've actually seen him in. He was a bellboy in it. So he's been acting since the 90s.
Keep your lip buttoned down, bellboy.
He was in Murder in a Small Town, which I believe is with Al Pacino, if I'm not mistaken. So, I look to see more out of him. He's really done a great job.
Yeah, he's good in that. He's good.
That last episode, he really like that whole I Wear Suits. Season 1 of The Bear was kind of a tough watch. Season 2, amazing.
Season 2
was season
good.
3.
Season 1, I was like,
I started season 3 and I kept falling asleep. It was when I was sick. I have no idea what happened.
Season.
So we're gonna have to watch it after we finish Housewives.
Was there anything you could have done better today?
I was trying all day today to reset. I thought about meditating at one point and I never got that far. You and I actually started talking when I was about to meditate. So I could have meditated. I could have gotten up and gotten dressed. Like that's something we haven't been doing lately. And I think we feel better when we get up, get dressed, and get the house in order.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I want to get up early and get our shit done and just go to the beach because we need a beach day.
I gotta get up early.
Yeah.
And do some stuff out of the house because if the inspector is coming on Wednesday, I have
it's
a call.
Wednesday?
I believe it's Wednesday.
I thought it was the 12th.
Oh, when is? If it's the 12th, it's much better. I'll look it up.
I think it's the 12th because my birthday's the 13th. I just need to spray these things. We get the, there's epoxy decks around your pool. Don't get one. We have like trees growing through ours. They did a shitty job when they put it on. They need to re-epoxy it. We got
inspections and reporting.
He's still looking. So yeah, that's what I could have done better today. I ate pretty healthy. I had my coconut oil a couple times. I didn't murder you. And I think there's something in the water that's like moving over there. Did you see it?
What, on top of the water?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's just a bubble or a leaf.
No, I think it's a bug.
I could go look at it. Hang on.
Doug is looking something up. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm looking up the date of our inspection, which I think is Wednesday. Is there normally on Wednesdays? Subject contains inspection. Let's see.
So,
what are you guys grateful for today? Oh, it's the 13th is his daughter's birthday. Little man. So we're caught up with those.
it's a scary bug.
It's a scary bug?
Yeah, I like it.
All right, I'll get it with the scoop. I'm still trying to.
I feel bad that the scary bug is kind of floating around. So, while Doug looks up this to find out when the inspection is, we're gonna try to go to the beach tomorrow. So if anybody's in Sanibel, come on by. And we gotta try to straighten up because they do this stupid inspection thing. And I could have meditated today. Could have gotten up and gotten dressed right away. Maybe could have gotten up a little bit earlier, but by and large, I feel pretty good about my day. But we can always do better. And I got a lot of podcast stuff done. I got all the scheduling for the FMKs done. I found other things to post. I had a video do pretty well on TikTok. I took an Epsom salt bath. I talked to my friend Zach. It is the 12th.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about my day. And of course we're doing the podcast now. And we pulled it together at the last minute, even though I had StreamYard crash twice.
Yeah, it was not.
And oh my God. Doug and I were talking about something on the news, and there's like this whole bombing in the Ukraine, and there's stories saying that the Ukraine fucked up and bombed themselves, and there's stories saying that the Russians did it. It's a children's hospital, yada yada yada. And I said, hey, can you read about this? And Doug had read something different than what I had read, and I said, you know what? I don't even want to cover it. And then he was like, well, what did you see? And I'm like, I don't have time. And he's like, well, what did you see? I'm like, so sorry, I was grouchy. I could have done maybe I could have handled that Vandal.
A little better.
But how do I? But like when I tell you like I don't like when I tell you no like I guess maybe you could ask me why.
I guess maybe what I thought was that it was just an easy answer. Like I saw it on Fox or I saw it on.
It wasn't an easy answer. The answer, but like the point is, and like if you could just keep this in mind, that from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock every night is like the most stressful time of my day, and so I need to just do podcasts from 7 to 8 every night. Like I can't do anything else during that time.
Interesting.
Like I can't have an intelligent conversation.
Why don't you do it earlier?
Well, I can't. I need the trending hashtags.
Yeah.
I have to, I want the newest trending hashtags.
So you're gonna wait till like 6 o'clock to get the trending hashtag?
No, I wait till 7 to get the trending hashtags.
Wow. Look at the kind of dedication.
So you're gonna get the newest information for you. So I have to do it at 7. So that means that at between 7 and 7:30, I'm researching.
Yeah.
I mean, like I would like to have more stories. I like to have more information for them, but I don't have time. I literally get up and work on the podcast all day.
Right.
And fortunately, we're able to schedule some things out. Right. So we've scheduled some things. Like right now, I have for the week scheduled. Would you rather? Question of the day. FMK and
weather.
No, I don't have weather.
I gave you 3 weathers today.
Well, that's great, but you may have told me later, but I was in the middle of doing something, and it would be better if you could post them, and I would just have to tag them because I have to dig through the things. I'll show you what I mean by that. So anyway, it's we're working the kinks out. We're doing our best. We're trying to make the podcast as amazing for you guys as possible. I got a lot done today, so I feel pretty good about it. I do want to sit down and do some financial stuff, but it's going to have to wait till Wednesday, I guess. Y'all, we love you. We appreciate you. Doug, what could you have done better today?
Well, I did. I generated 11 clips out of episode 275. I was very happy about that. My goal for the day was to do 2 episodes and get a bunch of clips, but at least I got the 1 episode and a bunch of weathers, and I had to do a clip or a tile for my music. So I got to do another one of those for tomorrow too.
So I want you to get the tiles for your music done for the rest of the week. Then you don't have to worry about it because that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but the problem is, all right. So we have this thing on Friday at 2 p.m. Central Time. When they play my song, then you get to vote. So it's like, and I don't know how to vote. Like I think you go on the website, but they don't really tell you how to vote. So, and it's kind of
an old episode.
Well, no, but because what they do is they take them down every month, kind of a thing. So I'm gonna have to go and dig in on that a little bit. But the cool thing is if you get on their top 20, you're on the front page of their website, and there's a click to listen and there's a click to buy. So it could really like drive some sales or some additional listening to the track. So hopefully we can work those things out.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather the record, like a bunch of people just buy the record and you make some money, or would you rather the record be the catalyst for something bigger?
Probably catalyst for something bigger, but what I'd like to do is have people add it to their Spotify playlist.
It's on my Spotify playlist. Well, Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube. Yeah, if you can add it, if you can subscribe, like, share, follow, tell your friends, like it really helps us. We're just, listen, I've been sick 11 years. We've been married 11 years. We've been together almost 12. And 2 years ago, Doug lost his job. He's been taking care of me since I got sick. We're just trying to pull it together just like everybody else. We are not fancy. But we thought that, like, everybody kept telling us we need a reality show. So we started doing the podcast. And, it's ridiculous and absurd. And but I feel really good about the community we've created. I think we inspire people. I think people tell us. They tell us that we inspire them. They tell us that we make them laugh. And, of course, occasionally we take some hate. So we'd like to make it, we want it to be a job of bringing joy to people. I would also like a hippie commune.
And that's what we do.
So, that's what we're trying to do.
So I think
we have, I heard something. We're out back on comments. Did you tell them that it was the 13th? 13th is my daughter's birthday. It's mine. That. Love y'all. I could have rested more after the epidural, and that is it. Well, that's always kind of the thing you need to do is rest more, girl. So
maybe it'll soak in, and then tomorrow you'll be pain free.
I'm hoping.
That's hoping.
Randall says, and it's Nicole's son's birthday too. Happy birthday to Nicole's son. I'm thankful for you both so much. I'm grateful for my nieces spent 2 weeks with us and we got to bond. I am thankful for Beck being the best support for me always. I am thankful for a Big Mac for dinner. Oh my God. By the way, you need Doug's Big Mac quesadilla recipe. It's so good. And she said, I should have not eaten it, but it was so good. And Hookah Bob says it's on my Spotify playlist. Of course it is, Hookah Bob. Hookah Bob is like...
And I think it's on Randall's too.
He's like your tour manager. And Amy says, Tracy, how do you feel after the epidural you had? Yeah, she's not feeling so hot. Yeah. So it is 10:04.
Yes.
Was there anything you could have done better today?
I think I did. I think I did enough. I think I'm happy with my progress today.
I am grateful for all the people that are at the podcast tonight. 107. Not as many as last week. We hit 798 one night. But I'm really grateful that you're here. To the folks on YouTube and Facebook, and of course the Twitters. There's so many over here on Twitter. I don't know how to get you people on Twitter to move over to YouTube and Facebook, but please do, because then you become part of the community, and that's the most important part. And I'm thankful to the people who give us. Okay, so heart likes don't do shit. Well, I mean, we appreciate them, but hearts and smiley faces help us a lot. So Steve Casterline gave us a like. Thanks, Steve. Cindy, you're here. Melanie Piner, I don't know who that is, but I like her already. Jen's fans, Randall, Court, Cheryl, go Bills. Of course, the lovely and talented Miss Tracy. Matthew is here somewhere. Cindy was here. Courtney was here briefly. Tracy, Hookah Bob. Who am I forgetting? Kristen was here for like 2 seconds. She had a headache. I hope she feels better. Jen Corey, love you, girl. Cindy's back. Courtney's here, minus the 5 kids. She's busy right now. And of course, I got Hookah Bob. Is there anybody I'm forgetting? Randall. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I always feel like Matthew. I got Matthew.
Jen's right.
Yeah, and I got Jen Corey. I feel like I got everybody, but if I forgot someone, I'm so sorry. We need a producer. Like if we wanted to do this,
to, like capture the people that they come in and it comes up on a list.
Like we need like one person that helps me with researching stories and one person that helps me find stuff to comment on the internet, or like this person could be the same, and somebody to produce the show that writes down the names of everyone that's here and what we talk about. And so that's what I think.
It. That's all I have for today.
And I want to read the epidural notes just real quick. Tracy says, I think we needed to add a recipe of the day to marital hate.
Yeah, we
could do that.
That's not bad.
And she says, not great at all. Now that the lidocaine has worn off, I am sore and I don't feel like it has done a thing, but I was told it could be a couple of days before I feel better. We will pray that it works out for you. And then what else were we talking about?
That's it. Gratitude.
Oh, so I'm grateful for you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being a husband. I'm grateful that we get to see the kids in the neighborhood. Oh, I have a story, but not tonight.
That's not really our story to talk about.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but it's an it's noteworthy. So I'm grateful that we get to see the neighborhood kids today. I'm grateful that I was able to get into the tub with some Epsom salts. I'm grateful that we have the pool so we can cool off a little bit in it. I'm grateful that I find the inspections to be less stressful now. I'm just so sick of them.
Yeah.
What else? I don't know. I'm grateful that we're going to go to the beach tomorrow. And I'm grateful that you're going to make me a snack after the podcast.
Oh, excellent. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for this podcast and all the people that watch and all the support for my record. I truly, truly, truly appreciate it. And it makes me want to make an even better record next time, which I'm working on also.
I don't think that's possible.
It's just, it's, you know, because today I started to get down a little bit about like my work situation. I do have a project coming up, so that's great. Something a bigger something kind of maybe kind of fell out, but I think it still will amount to something. Anyway, so I was getting kind of down about that, but then I'm like, I'm number 6 on a countdown of musicians that are like actually working musicians, touring and playing and with professional promoters and paid social ads and things like that. And I made I made this album in my office bedroom here in Cape Coral with a laptop and a couple of guitars and a mic. And I played all the instruments. So
Deb Boundary wanted to be part of your production team.
What's a production team?
I'm like, what are you going to yell at him to go in his office and get the fuck to work like I do?
Yeah,
like that's my job.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if I went into a studio and had somebody else produce it, it would have sounded a lot better. But it sounds good enough.
I don't necessarily believe that.
Well, my thing is,
hang on a second. How many local recordings have we heard lately that were done by studios and the recordings weren't as good as yours?
That's a few. Yeah, a few. But there was a great thing the other day. So I record in GarageBand, which comes on a Mac free. And so there was this little meme or TikTok, and it said, so-and-so's album sounds like it. Why does so-and-so's album sound like it was recorded in GarageBand? Because it was, and it's friggin' awesome. And like, I thought that was really cool because you could do some nice things in there. I just don't know how to get it out of the computer sounding as good as it does in my headphones. So that's just my thing. Anyway, grateful for that. Grateful for the twerking that's going on beneath me here in the pool, causing a nice gentle ripple, a wave situation.
It's kind of like a tidal wave.
That's very nice. It's no tsunami. Always thankful for titties, and also grateful for everybody joining in on our little fun here.
106 motherfuckers.
So it's all good. So we'll see you mañana. Hopefully we'll have a beach story, maybe make some new friends.
We'll see.
And then take it from there. Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.
See ya.